Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What your ears are about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house. Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this queen. From west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate the flag.
Ain't nobody
It is phenomenal. Like the queen. Right here.
who the world is with so much drama.
From yo block to yo block, heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is with so much
Again and again. Wendy Williams, bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Gangsta of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
I like that entrance. As soon as she said introducing the queen, I walked into the room. Hey, everybody. Wait, let me just put my stuff down. I got a big show planned for you guys today. I'm already entertained. I hope you are. Okay. During the hour of truth, we've got company on the telephone, Jessica Canseco. She is the author of the new book called Juicy, Confessions of a Former Baseball Wife. This is Jose Canseco's ex, and she's got a story to tell. Also, we'll talk about Britney Spears. We have more on Little Kim. We'll continue on about Vivica Fox, Eminem, Foxy Brown, and who? Chris Webber. Yeah, we'll elaborate and talk. We'll talk about Matt LeBlanc. I'm still taking your faxes for your favorite Wendy Williams Experience moments of 2005 because we're putting together our end of the year show. And Jonathan Plummer, Terry McMillan's soon-to-be ex-husband, I got a telephone call from him yesterday. And so I'll play that for you today. As a matter of fact, I'll play that for you in less than 10 minutes. So make sure that you keep it where you got it. It is what it is. And welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy Williams and Gorilla Black.
The first and most obvious thing is that your likeness to Biggie is overwhelming, and I know you get that a lot. Do you get any repercussions from that being in Compton?
I come at them, homie, I've been wearing my khakis since khakis was khakis. All of them had curls. Before that, y'all knew what a curl was. So
Right.
At the end of the day, I don't really trip it. God bless him.
You got him. This is it right here.
Miss a day, miss a whole lot.
Coming through your speakers, boy.
It's Wendy, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so yesterday during the show, or actually before the show, I got a telephone call from Jonathan Plummer, Terry McMillan's soon-to-be ex-husband. And so, he's been on the show before. And when I called him after the show, I told him, Jonathan, look, there's no point in us talking if I can't share it with the audience. So do you mind if I roll tape? And he said, sure. And I hate editing because it takes out a lot of the naturalness of a conversation and the mess that it turns into. So it is unedited. And Goose pressed the button.
Hello?
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Lisa.
No, it's Wendy Williams calling now.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hi, good. Now, this is for radio?
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm asking you, is it okay?
I'm sorry?
Is it okay for radio?
Yeah, it is. Do you mind calling my cousin as well and patch him in?
Sure. Trevor, do we have three-way? We can't patch anybody in? You
All right, let me call him. Let me do a three-way on my phone.
Okay, you do a three-way on your phone. Now, what's going to happen with us? Do we need to just sit here and wait?
Yeah, just hold on for a second, okay?
Okay.
So how are you anyway?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. How are things going? How are things going?
Things are going okay, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I understand that she has to keep up with the, well, little birdie told me, are you getting all your money now?
No. No, but hold on a second, okay, Wendy? Hold on.
Okay, sure. He's going to patch me in, honey. All right. Well, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, I am for the woman. And, you know, shout out to Terry McMillan and stuff. But I just believe that Jonathan already had a certain aura that a 13-year-old girl from Wisconsin could have caught him.
Hi.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Wendy.
It's Wendy Williams here. How are you?
Fine.
Good. So now, Mark, you spill the tea. How is your cousin Jonathan really doing?
Jonathan is hanging in there. He's had some down days where he's needed some motivation from family and friends.
Yeah.
But he's hanging in there. It's probably the trial of his life.
Yeah. How are his parents responding to all of the drama surrounding the divorce?
I have talked to his mom quite a bit this summer. You know, there were times when she was really, really down.
Yeah.
She said that she couldn't even bear to speak with Terry any longer because every time she speaks to her, it's a whole lot of, in her words, filthy and immoral language.
Yeah.
And she had just taken all that she could take. I think it's had an impact on her health, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, too. I mean, she's treating her like she's like her girlfriend. And, you know, the fact that I'm her son.
Yeah.
You know? And she's never called her like this much before, basically.
Well,
until this whole thing happened.
Now, you know, Jonathan, I understand there's certain things you can say and certain things you can't. So I'm really talking to Mark, but you chime in when you want, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Mark, let me ask you a question because I saw Terry on Tavis Smiley. I encouraged all of my listeners to watch that night. And while I understand that Terry had a substance abuse problem at one particular point, she just seemed to absolutely be out of sorts. And I don't know her. What did you see Tavis Smiley?
I did. I was quite saddened by that because Terry has been walking around with a tremendous amount of anger for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't so concerned about substance abuse as just lack of sleep.
Okay.
I know for a fact that she does not rest.
Well, how does she stay up so much? Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, you have to ask her that one.
Well,
and I can't answer.
Well, the plot thickens. Now, Jonathan, is Mark one of your closest cousins?
Yes, he is. He is. I've confided in him all these years, and he's been, you know, around Terry all those times that we've been together for the most part. So he knows the ins and outs of everything.
Now, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the source of Terry's disgust with the whole thing is that she thought what she was marrying was a heterosexual man, but what ended up happening was Jonathan, discovered that he's homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, did you sense that your cousin Jonathan was a homosexual long before he apparently discovered himself?
I'll be honest with you, Leslie. Jonathan.
Wendy, legendary. Wendy. Know it, learn it, love it.
I'm sorry. To be honest with you, Jonathan and I are the same age. We were dealing with the same issues at the same time, and around 20 years old, Jonathan was not dealing with his homosexuality.
Were you dealing with yours at that time?
I had dealt with it by that time.
Mm-hmm. So then you were able to perhaps see things in Jonathan that he did not see or care to deal with at that time.
Yes, I had an inkling, but...
Well, I'll tell you what, right? When I saw the pictures, when the audience, the majority of the audience listening right now, when we saw the pictures of Jonathan, we were like, Al, how you doing? I mean...
I didn't see it. That's the thing.
Child, please. You were the key. You know what I mean?
Because, a man is manicured and as pretty as Jonathan can be, doesn't mean that he's gay.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
That's why they came with the called metrosexual.
But look what metrosexual ended up being. You're gay. Okay, let's bring it back, fellas. Mark, I understand that your husband is not getting his temporary alimony. Can you elaborate?
Did you say my husband or my cousin?
Your husband.
Oh.
Your cousin.
No, and that angers me because I have never seen one human being try to shut down another human being to this degree. Jonathan was ordered temporary support. He's entitled to it. That's what he needed to stay on his feet.
And that's the thing, because I started the business, it went under. I invested all my money that I had along with, Terry's help. And now, it's just hard fending for myself. And, the court ordered her, to pay the support,
Which was supposed to be how much?
I'm sorry?
How much is the spousal support temporary?
It's only $2,000 a month, and that's nothing to her.
Yeah.
And she's not paying it,
I'm glad that you mentioned the pet grooming business because that's something I forgot to ask you last time you were here. Now, we, John Q. Public, were to understand that you ended up selling the business and cashing it out. But you just said the business went under.
It went under, basically. It did, because, it wasn't, everything happens for a reason, and it wasn't the right time. The location wasn't the greatest. The rent was too expensive. I tried to do something really nice, upscale, but the market that it was in and the area, it wasn't appropriate for the area, basically. Mm-hmm. So, it just didn't work out the way that we thought it would. So it went under, basically. I didn't sell it at all,
And also, Terry tried to give the impression that Jonathan, as a result, left some people out in the cold without employment. Mm-hmm. Absolutely untrue. He made efforts to place those who lost their jobs with others.
Exactly. So everybody's working, basically, except me.
Now, Mark.
Yes.
When you would come to the house, now I know Terry has tons of gay friends, or at least that's what we're led to believe. She said on Tavis Smiley, she said in the past, she is not homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, elaborate.
I tell you what, she has said a lot of insensitive things in my presence, and I often wondered, for whose benefit was she saying these things? And I have taped messages of her to the contrary. So there must be two Terrys, Terry and Terry Lynn. One of them is not homophobic, and one of them may very well be.
So now, Jonathan, how are you taking care of yourself now? You have no job.
Exactly. I'm actually in school right now. I took a loan out just to go to beauty school.
Now, beauty school.
He is studying to be a stylist, Wendy.
Exactly. I'm a hairstylist. So maybe someday I can do your hair. How's that?
I would love that. Hey, listen, do you know Elgin Charles, Jack A. Harry's ex-man?
Yeah, exactly. I met him in the past.
Hello.
Jonathan should know a lot about nappy hair. I hate to say that.
That's true.
Oh well, damn. Was that?
I didn't say why. I just said he should.
Listen.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Jonathan, prior to you all, coming to blows regarding sexuality, how was you all sex life? If you don't mind me asking.
Hello.
I'm losing you, Wendy.
Check 1, 2. What are you doing, Trevor? Get off the board. Hello, boys.
We can hear you now.
Girls. Oh, okay. Hi, guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. How is you all's sex life, your romantic life? I mean, everything from like the intercourse to, intimate kisses and holding hands. Was there much going on there?
Yes. With myself and Terry, definitely.
Okay.
There's always love there. It didn't start out as love at first, but eventually being with somebody for 10 years, you grow to love that person.
No. Not love. I'm talking about raw, lusty sex. Did you have an active sex life, or was it more of a marriage of the meeting of the minds, a companion, and I love you, and,
we were like husband and wife, basically. Like the average husband and wife. We did things that every couple would do.
Yeah.
So
have you gone on and found new romance? Are you dating?
I'm not really, but it's kind of hard. I just kind of want to put this whole thing behind me and try and move on to bigger and better things, basically. And if I meet somebody, great. If not, it will happen eventually. Now,
has your paperwork changed in terms of what you filed originally?
No, nothing. Everything's still the same. And that's the thing too. She's on her third attorney. I'm still with Dolores, which you met.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. She says that, she has Barry Bonds' attorney. You better watch out. You better watch your back. things like that. I mean, eventually, in the court, it'll be a different story once you see his attorney. So she's kind of like, scaring the crap out of me, basically. I'm my lawyer. And at this point, we're not afraid because, I mean, her being on her third attorney should definitely say something.
All right, everybody, you keep it here. We've got more of... Sorry about that, Goose. You got more of that phone call coming up next.
And why do you think his thing wouldn't work? You think maybe he's...
How you doing?
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay.
I got that 10-way suit when I was little for Easter with the reversible pants on it. You could wear it 10 ways. Then I be in black, I could wear mine 31 ways.
That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Oh, man. Today's R&B and classic soul.
All right. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. I want to thank everyone who came out last night to the Laugh Factory. We had some fun, as usual. Capone, Killer, Art. Your session was not long at all. As a matter of fact, what are you going back to just being an MC? I don't get it. You were only. It seemed like you were only up there for about 45 seconds.
No, I was up there for like 2 minutes.
No, I mean, can you make a? I mean, I wanted more of the Artie, and what I got was, I was there, I was laughing, then I was like,
Left you wanting more?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, but, I mean, you could have given us 2 more minutes.
Okay, shout out to the sales department and Deion Livingston.
Yeah, the WVLS, some of our family was there last night. It was a lot of fun, And thank you all for coming out once again. And a special shout out to everybody in Jersey. Boy, you all always show up hard. Hi, Ken Black. Who was the guy from the movie that came up that I ended up having to get the light on to? Roll Bounce?
Yes.
Bounce Roll. The new one coming out with
Roll
Bow Wow.
Bounce.
It's going to. What is that? Is this part 2 or is this the first one?
First one.
Okay. There's been a lot of talk about that movie for a long time. What was that kid's name? He was 19. He just needs more work on his stand-up before, hitting the Laugh Factory stage, or for that matter, any stage with stand-up.
Oh, he was very new.
It was. Oh, you must have left.
Yeah, he was new to it.
Oh, you must have left.
Yeah.
Let's dwell on you.
How was your date?
I had a very nice date last night. Yeah, we started out at the Laugh Factory. I changed. I changed into a Norma Kamali vintage leopard print. I mean, I just said cheetah print, kind of like the Gwen Stefani dress from the MTV Video Music Awards. I've always, had an affection for, the gaudy, garish, full animal print look. It just goes along with the big hair and, just the whole mess that I am. And so when I get, then we went over to Cavassier, had the Platinum Key Party last night, hosted by Puffy and Penelope Cruz. They didn't have the air conditioner on in there. And when we got there, the joint was jumping. I got some good pictures taken. Maybe they'll be on allclubs.com. I don't know. By the time I got there, I was tore up, so I wasn't exactly concentrating on my positioning as I stood to take my pictures. But, by the time the pictures come around, I always say, well, Wendy, what are you doing? You don't fashion yourself a supermodel. Right. I mean, it is what it is. You do the damn radio show, and, everything else is just kind of, fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, the radio show is fun, but even the paparazzi poses. Sometimes I find myself like vamping too hard for the camera. And if you vamp too hard, then your face is all, your body's all twisted and stuff like that. They were like, Wendy, smile, take a picture of him. You know what I mean? Smile and putting on my best supermodel. I've never seen a supermodel pose like that, but I'm giving you my version of a supermodel. And then the picture looks a mess when it comes out. Go to go to one of those.
Alltheparties.com.
Go to one of those websites and see. So then it was raining cats and dogs on our way out. We drank like fish last night. I left my car, my shoes, my keys, everything. I get ready to go this morning. I'm like, how am I getting there? Oh my gosh. And at that point, Mrs. Lopez took Little Cap to school. I already had that reserved because I knew, date night. Let me sleep. And then he was gone. And so I was in the house by myself. I'm like, how am I getting to work? So I get a car service to work. And then all my stuff, I literally left the house with a lipstick and my cell phone. It felt so weird. I left all my stuff in the car. But we had a good time. On our way out, it was pouring cats and dogs. So one of the guys went to get the car, and So we were waiting in the vestibule of the club. And then here comes JD. And he is on a hoodie, I guess, twofold, to protect the celebrity, but also, it was raining outside. He owned sunglasses and stuff like that. And he gave me a hello. He gave a pound, to my people. And then he went inside, and Puffy was on his way, but there was no air conditioner on. And I guess JD and then we're going to go up to the top roof, which was beautiful and open to the New York skyline and stuff. Except I'd already climbed stairs, and I'd already been out for like 4 hours, and I was teetering, the look was more important than my foot comfort, even though I was wearing, a size 11 double wide special. Beautiful 4-inch stiletto heel, patent leather, black, with the peep toe and a bow, which complemented the vintageness of my dress very well, and lots of Aquanet in my hair and the whole bit. So who do I see in there but the fashion stylist to the celebrities, June Ambrose? Wow. So, her hair was snatched back tight. I barely recognized her between the, the booze and then the snatchback. So, hey, June. And so June gave me a once-over. I said, June, how do I look? And so she said, you look fabulous. I said, I know, I didn't do a patent leather purse to match my shoes because it's a Wednesday night. We're hanging out in the middle of the week. It's, I would have patent leathered, if it was something else. But I have just a simple, LV, brown logo clutch. But she gave me 10s across the... I think she did.
Yeah. She said fabulous.
Yeah. I said, thank you. And I think she was with her husband also. And so, but that was nice. I didn't see any, Puffy or anything like that there. Like I said, it was warm. I could have withstood it, because I was vented, no shoulders and arms and stuff. Anyway, I'm just glad to be here with you all. I'm excited about today's show. We got to play part 2 of the Jonathan interview. I have something to give away. Who wants to go see Sesame Street live? Super Grover. All right, well, look, make sure that your calendar is clear. It's going to be Saturday, this coming Saturday at the Continental Airlines Arena. It's a family 4-pack that you will win. So dial, and good luck with that. Here, pass that over, Goose. Also, don't miss a call to men. Become a part of the solution. This is a national conference addressing men's violence against women. Yes. And ladies, if you're caught up in this, you want to be there too. But men, we encourage you to be there. You with your big, violent hands. September 22nd and September 23rd, John Jay College. It's the theater on 10th Avenue at 59th Street. I'm going to give you the telephone number to call for tickets. It's called A Call to Men, Becoming a Part of the Solution. BLS, we are all over this domestic violence thing. It is a problem plaguing the community. And a lot of women stay silent and men continue to do it. And 212, call for tickets, 385-0663. Yeah, you want to be a part of this. This is something good. It's helping to heal our community. 212-385-0663. It's co-sponsored by Safe Horizon, Altria, and John Jay College of Criminal Justice. And, of course, your radio station, WBLS. Shout out to everybody over at Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. It's my new place I love to go. Originally, it was a wholesale store, and now they're a retail store with wholesale prices. Oh, yes, everything is priced right. They have fabulous rugs, fabulous furniture, and it's priced right for you. And it's not that pressed wood stuff that you buy when you see CCC. You know where you go. When you just, you think that that's the best you can do. When in actuality, you need good furniture. The kind that's, done special with your name all over it.
That can last a long time.
That will last a long time. Hinges not breaking down. Style upon style.
That can withhold threesomes.
That's right. Threesomes. I'll tell you what, they got some real sturdy sleigh beds in there.
Ooh.
Yeah. And all kinds of other stuff, too. I talk about the sleigh bed only because I've never had one. And I always teeter on getting one. Is that you? They've got beds, they've got rugs, they've got couches, they've got Stephanie Cohen. She is owning the store with her husband, but she is also a fabulous furniture designer unto herself. The Martha Stewart collection, I saw stuff there, the Tommy Hilfiger collection. Yeah. I mean, furniture, real furniture. Classic gallery is upstairs. Traditional and contemporary gallery is downstairs. The store hours are just for your convenience. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, they're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, they're open noon to 5 p.m. 20 Meadowlands Parkway, Secaucus, New Jersey. It's the place to be. Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. The telephone number is 201-617-9000, and we've got just 24 hours before the website is up and working. Then you can actually go there and start to click and look and stuff. 20 Meadowlands Parkway. Again, the telephone number 201-617-9000, 617-9000. Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. You tell them Wendy Williams sent you from 107.5 WBLS.
Extra. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
The first page of this fax got cut off, but listen to the rest of it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Wendy, my son was giving my husband a professional.
Break one, Elizabeth. Come here, Elizabeth. How you doing?
I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys. I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys. I'm gay, I'm a homo, I like guys.
I'm going home. I've had it.
It's a day, it's a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
So to refresh us, what are you looking for in the divorce settlement?
Well, I mean, the thing is this. I mean, it's not about being fair. It's about being right and what I'm entitled to at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I've gone through hell, you know, with this whole divorce proceedings, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the harassment on the phone, things like that, and it just keeps continuing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you'll be shocked to hear some of the things that I've heard messages that she left me on the phone.
Can you tell us?
Well, I mean, not right now. Like, once everything is done, maybe I can pass it on to you.
I would love that.
You know, exactly. I mean, you might be surprised what you hear.
And so what are you looking for? Are you looking for half? Or are you looking for $1 million a year? And you guys were married for how many years?
We were married. It will be 7 years. September. It's already passed. The September 5th would be our 7th anniversary, and it's been 10 years so far.
Okay, so are you looking for $7 million, $1 million a year?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's in the judge's hands. At this point, honestly.
Yeah, but when you file, if you're looking for spousal support, you have to put something down, don't you?
I did, but
Mark, talk T. What is he looking for?
I would like Jonathan to have the home he was promised. Yeah, it was verbal. Yeah, it wasn't in the prenup. But he should be able to continue his lifestyle in the neighborhood he lives in or wherever he wants to live. That's what she promised. I remember her distinctly telling me Jonathan will be able to buy a home in any city in this country.
And how much is the home worth, approximately?
What kind of home would you like, Jonathan?
Oh, wow. You guys are too much.
A very nice home. How's that? You know, with a front and backyard, not an apartment.
Okay. Now, what about actual monetary support? Because how are you going to pay for the taxes and the lawn boy and stuff?
Well, hopefully by then, you know, it'll be enough money to cover me for a couple of years, basically, until I get on my feet with my career, my new career, where I build enough clientele to support myself, basically.
And that would be your hairstyling career, and you're going to do makeup too?
I'm thinking about makeup, but I'm not quite sure. But, you know, one task at a time, I say.
I wish he'd consider modeling. I can see him on a runway.
Well, I mean, it'd be nice if I can do that, but I think I'm probably too old for that. But I'm open for options at this point.
I was just being nice.
I know. You know?
You all are too much. All right. So, in conclusion, you're holding up.
I am. I mean, it's a rough, journey. But, you know, thanks to Mark, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, getting there, basically, with the help from others.
Now, how is Mark related to you, just so that we got this right?
He's my father's brother. Okay. We're first cousins.
Oh, okay, you're first cousins.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, Mark, tell her when you saw Terry in court.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Frightful, Wendy. Let me just say Halloween came very early this year. And she was glaring at me in the most evil fashion. And when she was looking at me, I just gave her husband a big old hug.
Wow.
Wow.
And she would flick me off as well in the chorus.
Not for nothing. I mean, you know what? She might have points, and maybe she doesn't, but her mannerisms are kind of crazy. Her mannerisms are crazy.
You know what, Wendy? But one thing that really, really troubles me, and is the core of why I'm involved, in addition to the fact that Jonathan's my cousin, she is punishing him or trying to for the wrong reasons. I have her on tape saying, "I'm doing what I'm doing because you decided to advertise your homosexuality." And I don't know what that means. I really don't. Jonathan is being who he is.
Are the tapes admissible in court?
They have been transcribed and have been part of what Jonathan has filed in court.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
No, the thing is this. I mean, like, you guys are like seeing the real Terry, basically. I mean,
that's what Jonathan lived with, is what he's saying. This is nothing new to us. Yeah.
So how do you get around town? You must drive.
I do drive. I mean, well, the thing is, the only thing I left with was with the car that I was promised.
Okay.
That's it,
Okay.
basically.
And what kind of car were you promised, Jonathan?
It's a Navigator.
Very nice.
Well, the thing is, like, we change cars like every 3 years, basically. So, and that's the thing, she doesn't like to drive in old cars, so it's kind of like, it goes with the lifestyle.
Yes.
It goes with hand in hand.
Yeah. So
we portray a certain lifestyle, so, we have to live it. And in my prenup is, I get to keep my car, and that's the only thing, basically.
And that's all that was in the prenup? That if you leave,
that was all in the prenup, basically.
That you get to keep your car and that's it? No spousal support, nothing?
Nothing, unfortunately, because,
well, that was
always had the upper hand.
That was the beauty of Jonathan's victory in June. He wasn't entitled to even temporary support or even attorney's fees.
Right. So to get attorney's fees paid and temporary support was a big coup. So when do you guys go to trial?
Late September, early October.
Please keep in touch with the show. I want to be the first person you speak with in the media afterwards. Please, Jonathan.
Definitely. And that's the thing. You're like one of the best,
Terry told us that being on the Wendy show was the lowest we could go, but we actually believe it's the highest.
Thank you. Thank you, girls. Listen, be in touch. Mark, I would love to meet you one day.
I would love to meet you too.
Yeah, you sound like a ball of fire. All right, guys. Well, look, take care, and Jonathan, you take care too, and stay in touch.
I will, definitely, and thanks again for your support. I really appreciate that, and it means a lot to myself.
You're welcome.
My cousin and everybody else that's on my side.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love those boys. Well, everybody, that's what it is. Jonathan Plummer, the soon-to-be ex-husband of Terry McMillan, she says that going on my show is the lowest form of entertainment that a person could possibly contribute to. So, well, you guys, I guess, are low lives. If you listen, I don't know. I'm lower for doing it. Look, consider the source. She couldn't recognize a gay man. She married him. Q from the Bronx said metrosexual means pit stop before homosexuality. You know what, Q? I tend to believe what you're saying. Anyway, everybody, in a lot of cases, Anyway, Advice Hour's coming up next. So I'm going to be taking your phone calls with your, life's dilemmas at 866-GET-WENDY. It's 866-GET-WENDY. 866-GET-WENDY for Advice Hour. Coming up next, have your thoughts already laid out in your mind, and please have your radio turned down. Thank you very much.
Wendy, man.
I've been talking to this young lady. She called me at home and I was listening to your show, and she says that she doesn't know any straight guys that listen to the Wendy Williams show.
No, plenty of straight guys listen to the show.
All right, so yeah.
Ow.
So what should I tell her?
Tell her
how you doing. The Wendy Williams experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm.
107.5 WPLS.
I just got the word from Art that one of my interns went out to get a job and embarrassed the hell out of me. And I can no longer welcome her back here. I can't. Art. All right, so look, this is the deal, everybody. You know we're syndicated. You know my Girl Fridays. You know I'm trying to build a team of like power girls. You know I'm Oprah, loosely. And then the girls are, Tyra and, like that, my power girls. This damn Bianca, not Bianca, my entertainment attorney. She's getting her education right now. She's down at, where'd she go? USC, University. UNC.
Yeah.
So she's down there. She's majored in law. She graduated from Boston College. The first Bianca. She became queen of the interns. She wants to be an entertainment lawyer. That's where the tie-in of doing this internship is. She wanted to see behind the scenes. Love her. She ended up becoming queen of interns. Now she's in law school. But we have another Bianca here, and this other Bianca. Damn. So there was a job opening at my Philly radio station, Power 99. Something behind the scenes, but anything can happen. And it was a paying job. You're not getting money being here. You're here for the purpose of going out and getting a money job in radio. So Art gives Bianca number 2 all of the information and the contact person. Bianca number 2 didn't even realize the red carpet was already rolled out, based on the association with the show. The assumption is that, all my girls, everybody around me, is hustling, be good at their job and already radio experience, on, the number 1 joint in the number 1 city. In. All she had to do was show up basically and write her social security number down and wait to be paid. In. Art has the rest of the story. I'm too disgusted.
Oh. She said that...
Who's she?
The contact person in Philly said that Bianca number 2 canceled on the interview because she didn't have enough money to go to Philly from New York.
Now, how much is that ticket?
The cheapest way is $14 round trip.
Okay, that's dump over some pennies, sing a song on a corner, beg, borrow, steal.
Right.
Do a stunt at Hunts Point.
Yeah.
Something.
And that it was too expensive to live in Philadelphia. And Philly's one of the cheapest places to live.
You know what, Bianca? Number 2, I'm so angry with you right now. I'm so angry with you. Man, that is an opportunity that you beg, borrow, you get that $14. You go down there. You figure out the rest of it once you figure out whether you have the job or not. The rest of it is, Bianca, it's only you. There's no kid involved, nothing like that. There's no man involved. It's only you, sister. Philly is only 2 hours away. It is so cheap to live there. It's ridiculous. In Philly and in New Jersey down there, boy, you get a nice... for
$550, $600.
You know what? And until then, you live under a damn train trestle. I mean, that's what you do. That's how those are the grinding years of getting your career started. What the? What?
Yes. You got Jason and people around here wanting jobs and
you're working for somebody who I begged, borrowed, and stole to get my started. I would have killed for something like that. Are you kidding me? The number 5 radio market, the number 1 radio station, coming with credentials of working for this show?
Exactly.
Not only would you have been coddled once you got the job, you would have had me as your go-to person, Artie, and the person who would have brought you in is up. Damn you. Damn you. You know how we invite the interns back? Yes. Gay Steve will leave and come back. No. No threshold crossing. No. Not in the building. That's it. That's how she's going to go out and rep for herself and for the name of the show? Come on, man. Bianca. Damn you. No, you're not playing that for me. Play that for her. I mean, playing it for her. My heart is broken that one of our girls went out there and just damn. Yeah. It was laid out. A paid job. No more intern. She didn't even have to stop at white boy radio. She went right to the hip hop and R&B. She's a 21-year-old girl. Man, oh,
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing what she wanted to do. Production.
Yes.
It's crazy.
For the number 1 radio station in the market, playing the kind of music that she'd be listening to anyway, Young Jeezy and all that.
Yes.
under the tutelage of, she got there on the basis of this show, but she's also qualified. She'd always have me as a go-to person. She would have been one of my power girls out there.
Yes.
You see, the power girls, you all go out, you fan out, and you do stuff. Damn! Trevor, I know that you are production. You taught her everything you know. Don't take her phone calls. Don't you? No. And no consultations. She blew it. She blew that and this all in one fell swoop. Damn. I forgot what I was supposed to say in this damn break. Why am I doing a break here? Goose, this is not break time. What's the matter with you? This hour, by the way, is brought to you by Visa. All right, Goose.
Talk to me about LA weight loss.
Oh, okay. 1-800-448-TRIM. I'll tell you how you can burn some calories. You get somebody to make you mad, and then your stomach gets all tight. You're sweating, so you're burning calories, and your stomach's tight, so that's like doing 1,000 crunches. Seriously, LA weight loss is the best. I just placed an order for an onion and anchovy salad. Did I say that you miss out on flavor when you're on LA weight loss? No. I lost my weight actually about 18 months ago, and I've kept it off, but I live by the LA weight loss lifestyle. You can be a part of the LA weight loss lifestyle as well. It is not a quick fix to your weight issues. What it is it's a fix that will last you a lifetime without the pills and the drudgery of being obligated to go to the gym. Find out how I did it, how millions of people have done it. It's LA weight loss. It's no hocus pocus. It's real food for real people. Nothing pre-measured and pre-packaged. No cardboard cutout chicken. No. Real. It's real, and it's for you. They've helped millions of people lose millions of pounds. 1-800-448-TRIM. 1-800-448-TRIM. Thank you, LA weight loss. Damn you, Bianca.
After week on Tyra. Get it on UPN 9 today at 5.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Let's take some calls from the request line. Caller number 1. Earlier today, she talked to radio host Wendy Williams.
Dateline's Hoda Kotb talks with New York radio DJ Wendy Williams.
Earlier this year on Wendy Williams' New York radio show.
Wendy Williams is a national syndicated radio personality. Jimmy's guest tonight, Wendy Williams.
Why is Wendy Williams fast becoming the queen of all media?
She made her mark making celebrities extremely uncomfortable on her popular New York radio show. She's got a TV show on VH1. Please welcome troublemaker Wendy Williams.
Oh, my Lord, am I ready for this day?
That was the most erratic, weird interview I'd ever heard.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Common. This your boy Twister right here from the Chi-Town. Yo, check it out. It's Mr. X to the Z Exhibit, and you are now listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, what's up? This is A-Marie, and how you doing?
All right, it's the Wendy. Is that on? It's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. Hello. No, this is not a picture of Britney Spears with a huge pregnant belly, and she got the belly all tattooed up, or maybe this is a henna. Please let this be a henna. Oh, my God. In addition to that, no, she isn't in this picture lighting up a cigarette. I refuse to believe that this is actually Britney Spears lighting up a cigarette outside of an establishment with her handbag and her Uggs. What does that look like, Goose?
Yep.
And where's Art?
Yep. Wow.
Pass it back to Johan. Johan, look at that.
Is she serious?
You're 30 seconds late. She's serious. Pass that to Art. Look at Britney Spears, Art. What's odd about that picture?
Oh my gosh.
What's odd about it?
She's smoking.
Yes, exactly.
It's PWT.
Well, for you, right? Oh, I just dropped a fax over on your side. Can you? Oh, here it is. It says, Wendy, you were major last night. I have lots of pictures. Go to wireimage.com. P.S. Send email address to... Oh, thank you. Go to wireimage.com. I was feeling major, but it doesn't always translate in the pictures. Majorly toasty. And so therefore, when they say pose for the pictures, you know how that goes. We talked about it before. Hey, listen, here's some advice the Charm School way. They say, always offer your seat to a pregnant woman or an elderly person. They say, brush your teeth after a garlicky meal. No one wants to smell your bad breath. Also, wipe the seat if you sprinkle while you tinkle. Those are 3 charm school do's. Here are 3 charm school don'ts. Applying your makeup in public. A little lipstick and powder is fine, but if you break out the mascara, you're too much. A lot of people say it's impolite to powder your nose and do lipstick in public. I don't care, and I'll break out the mascara. Quite frankly, you got to multitask. I'm eating, I'm talking to friends, and I'm reapplying. They also say it's impolite to talk about a friend behind her back. It's so junior high, it's just not nice. And it's also impolite to pick your wedgie out of your behind in public. Go to the bathroom. Or make sure nobody's behind you. Oh, listen to this. And this is, you know what? This is a huge moral dilemma. And I know what I would do. And if I was the other person, I know what I would think. Dear Wendy, I've been dating this guy seriously for over a year. We are now talking about marriage. I love him so much. She has a lot of O's and so. But I've been dishonest with him about something. I told him that I graduated from college, and I didn't. How can I tell him the truth now? He will think that I'm a total fraud. I mean, do I really have to tell him, or should I be honest and let him know and that I haven't finished school? I was going to sneak and go to school part-time, and now... But now, how can I account for my time spent away from him? Oh, gosh, one lie on top of the other lie. Okay. This is one of those moral dilemmas. I would love to hear with the listening audience what you all have to say about this, because to me, lying about finishing college is major when you're talking with somebody about marriage. Now, if it's just your sex buddy or something like that, or you're at a party and you throw that in there because, you feel inadequate, fine. But a person that you're about to marry is counting on your degree to help elevate you all's dual income as a dual income family and all that other kind of stuff. Oh, gosh. You know what? If I was the guy and you were dating me for more than a year and you told me about something like this, yeah, I would have to question a lot of what you told me in the past, and I will have to question a lot of what you tell me in the future. Am I being overreactive? I don't know. That's why I need to hear your responses at 866 Wendy Facts. Fax them to me. But you know what? I would tell him right away. And I would tell him over a home-cooked meal and lots of Kleenex and lots of tears in my eyes, genuine or not, pull up to dramatic effect if you have to. Let him know that this has been eating at you. And when you met, you just thought he was all this and all that. And so you felt as though you didn't measure up. You've always felt inadequate in some circles because you haven't gotten your degree anyway. Go through don't register in school until you tell him. And then, let him know that you're planning on registering and getting your degree. Because when you met him and you told him, that you didn't have your degree, you didn't think, or that you had your degree, you didn't think about marriage at that point. But now you realize that it's going to affect your household incomes and so on and so forth. Don't sneak and go back to school. Be honest and go back to school if that's what you want to do. If that's really what you want to do. I would tell him right away. Because you know what? Withholding information like this to a lot of people is a deal breaker. Because it sets up oh gosh, Art.
Yes.
If you're the man, and we've been dating for over a year, yeah. And we're talking marriage now, and I come to you and I tell you I did not graduate from Penn. Is that?
And you previously said you did?
Yeah. Are you with the class?
Well, I was on WireImage.com.
Well, how are the pictures look?
I'm bringing them up right now. They horrible.
You were bringing them up. You didn't see them yet.
This computer's slow.
Well, then listen to the rest of the show, because so are you. Now learn to task.
Sorry.
Now listen, we're dating.
Right.
I've already told you I graduated from, Seton Hall.
Okay.
With my degree in finance. And now you're sizing me up. It's been over a year that we're dating. We're talking marriage. Now your reaction to me telling you now that I never got my degree is what?
Oh, no, that's because I'm wondering what else did you lie about?
Okay. Even
you might have a kid that I don't know about or something.
Oh.
Or some STD, or you might have even boned my papa or my uncle.
Okay,
somebody.
I am crying like crazy. I am crying like crazy telling you this. It's bothered me because now we've gotten so seriously. Before I know it, we're serious. We're talking about marriage.
And I'm crying too because I got to let you go.
Oh my God. Oh no. No, you're going to be kidding me. I'm going to register and go back to school.
Oh, it's too late because you're a liar.
No. Here's the paperwork. I started registering. Please, baby, I love you.
You're 4 years too late. You should have been graduated.
Oh, no. Listen. I only told you that because you got your degree from Johns Hopkins, and I felt so inadequate. It's always been a big deal to me that I didn't get my degree, and I've always felt bad. And please.
All right, look, you know what? Get on your knees. We'll work it out some kind of way. No, I'm just joking. No, it's too late. You lied.
Oh, my gosh.
You lied. That's a big lie.
It is a big lie.
Yeah.
You see, that would be a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
That would be a deal breaker.
Yes.
That would be a deal breaker. She hasn't even said, because she said she was dishonest about something. I told him that I graduated from college, and I didn't. This is what I want to know from you. Are you listening? Did you even go to any part of college? Also, the job that you hold right now, are you doing damn good for a college graduate or a non-college graduate? I mean, are you holding it down? I need to know those two things from you. But you know what? As of right now, I'm crying too, like Art said, because I have to let you go. Damn. Dear Wendy, my friend's husband is having a crazy affair. He is seeing my cousin.
Oh, that's crazy.
His wife suffers from MS.
Uh-oh.
Ain't no good gonna come to him. I didn't know who this new man was in her life until I happened to see his car at her house. I didn't go in because I knew the plates on his Lexus. His wife has confided in me that she believes he's having an affair. Wendy, they have been messing around for 2 years or so. I am overwhelmed by this. My cousin said that he asked her to marry him, and they went ring shopping yesterday. Wendy, he is married with 3 kids, all under 10, and remember, his wife has MS. Wendy, I want to stay out of it, but I feel I should say something. What do I do, if anything? P.S. He and his wife have been married for 15 years. Signed, Confused in Camden. Normally, I say stay out of, grown people's business. But 3 kids under 10 and a wife with MS? Girl, this is what you need to do. Are you a righty? Okay, write with your left hand. You write a little note. Address it to his wife. Or your friend's your friend whose husband's having the crazy affair. Yeah. His wife. Address it to her and tip her off. That's it. The rest will unfold, and it doesn't have to be return address from you, your handwriting, your stationery, or anything. See, because I want to say stay out of grown folks' business, and this is keeping you out of it. This is just anonymously doing the tip off. How do you like that answer?
I like it.
I mean, I don't like meddling in grown people's business, but you know what? Maybe I'm still angry because I found out that one of our interns blew the job of a lifetime at the leading hip hop and R&B station in Philadelphia. Because I'm heated. And shout out to all the other interns who aren't working today, but you're listening. Taryn, still listening. Ex-Queen of all interns is always welcome back. Zoe, the current Queen of all interns. The girls immediately emailed Art. Oh, damn. I am just... Oh, I'm livid with Bianca.
And I got more.
I'm livid. I'm just livid with her. She went out there representing, the knowledge that she learned from our radio show, plus the college degree that she did earn. There was a radio job opening in Philadelphia. Art gave our girl's name to Bianca number 2. And Bianca number 2 got the interview all set up, and then decided to cancel it, saying that she didn't have the money to travel round trip to Philly. Art knows this is a $14 trip.
Yes.
For the job of a lifetime. The girl, Bianca, too, didn't even want to be a mic cracker. She wanted to do production. She's been learning production here hand over fist. The girl knows her job, okay? She knows her job. And she's an intern, non-paid. We were about to hook her up with a paid job in the number 5 radio market in the country at the number 1 radio station, hip hop and R&B. So, and she would have gotten, the hookup because, we're La Familia with the radio station. But the double, plunge to the hookup is that she's actually qualified to do it.
And she's good at it.
And there she goes, canceling it and then saying, and Philly's too expensive to live in. How do you know? You haven't even looked around. Philly is a very inexpensive city in terms of cities. Hell, you're surviving and thriving in New York trying to do your thing off a non-paid internship.
Yeah.
She might be living at her parents' house, I understand. But you know what? And the perfect thing that Sarah said when she...
Bianca.
Oh, excuse me. The perfect thing that the person who was supposed to be doing the interview said about her is that I was very surprised she did not subscribe to the Wendy Williams work your ass plan. She canceled the interview because of money, as in getting to Philly. And then she talked about how expensive it would be to move to Philly. I was shocked. It's dirt cheap to live here. Wow.
She could have got 14 friends to give her $1.
You know what? Not for nothing. Coming from the show and knowing that we still, love Philly and Philly still loves us, she could have squatted with any one of the coworkers that she would. The job was theirs, hers for the taking. People, damn you, Bianca. Oh.
Wendy, man.
First of all, my question is, what's wrong with Fantasia? I guess maybe I'm wondering why no one wants to focus on Fantasia's talent. I mean,
because nobody can get past her team.
The Wendy Williams experience.
Listen, do you want to save as much as 50% or more on your prescription medicine? Did you know that millions of Walgreens customers already do? Talk to your Walgreens pharmacist about generic substitution. By law, generics contain the same active ingredients as the big name brand equivalents. This means that you get the same quality medicine for less. Generic substitution. With over 4,700 stores, you'll find a Walgreens just around the corner. And so many are open 24 hours. One more reason why Walgreens is the pharmacy America trusts.
Kids grow up so fast. In fact, between the ages of 3 and 8, kids typically grow 33% taller. So we pack delicious Nestle Nesquik with 33% more calcium than milk alone to help build strong bones. Of course, 33% more kid to play with means 33% more toys to step on and 33% more questions to answer. But really, it's all 33% more kid to love. Packed with extra calcium, Nestle Nesquik is kid delicious, mom nutritious.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. You beat your kids.
I whipped them.
Keep on beating your children. Sometimes I just slap mine for no reason. I got a 20-year-old boy, and he ain't had a whipping in about 6 years.
Oh, Lord.
But what I do, I judo chop his in the neck. I'm the man with him. All right? I'm the man. You can teach your kids a lot when you hit them in the throat because their eyes is big and you have their undivided attention. That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and classic soul.
And you might wonder, well, Wendy, why didn't you give her the $14? The reason that I didn't is because I had no idea that was separating her from the interview, which is the first step, which that wasn't even an interview. We already crowed her credentials. She already had the job. Now, as far as first, last, and security, no, I'm not down with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not funding somebody's life. But $14 to get to Philly to do the interview, she didn't even come to us. Instead, she called and canceled the interview and told why she canceled it. And I don't blame it on youth, because I was 21. And grinding? What? Anyway, everybody, it's BLS 107.5. Another day. Let's move on. So on Sunday, what? Oh, I don't know where that piece of paper is you just gave me. This coming Sunday, September 18th, don't miss the African American Day Parade. It's up in Harlem on 111th Street between 111th and 142nd Street. It's a whole lot of marching going on. Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard area. The parade kicks off at 2 p.m. Look for the WBLS Classics with Hal Jackson broadcasting live from the steps of the Adam Clayton Powell State Building at 125th Street. And that's going to be, on Sunday. Celebrate the blackness with the African American Day Parade in WBLS. And this hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is brought to you by the Newton Learning Center. Newton Learning Enrollment. Newton Learning Enrollment. Oh, you know what? Today's people poll question is, yesterday's was, have you ever been caught red-handed cheating on your boyfriend or spouse? 95% of people said no. 5% of people have been caught red-handed. See, there's a difference between cheating. That's not what we asked you. We asked you if you've ever been caught red-handed, like you can't deny it. You're laying there with him in the bed. Eyesight, exactly. And the new question is, and you can go to the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. Have you ever been to jail, prison? Have you ever been to jail or prison? Yes or no? The WendyWilliamsExperience.com. And Advice Hour continues this hour. We're here until 7 o'clock. Then it's Vaughn Harper and the Quiet Storm on 107.5 WBLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Wendy Williams and Erykah Badu.
You and Common broke up.
Well, actually, we didn't. I have 3 boyfriends now.
Wow. Interesting.
She's gangster.
The other 2 are both dead presidents?
Yes, ma'am. It's a new philosophy. We're trying to bring it to the United States. It's actually an African tradition from the Bambula tribe.
Can you only have one husband?
Well, there's no such thing as marriage with the Bambula tribe. It's the way we do it. It's the way we get down.
Very nice.
Yes.
Is Andre 3000... when you had him
He's
as
an honorary member right now. He tried to go through the course, but he didn't get all the way.
Well, apparently he did. You had the baby.
Got him. This thing right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
It's Advice Hour here on the Wendy Williams Experience. The people poll question from yesterday. Have you ever been caught red-handed cheating on your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend? 95% of you said no. 5% of you said yeah. And the new people poll question, have you ever been to jail or prison? Have you? You can answer yes or no at thewendywilliamsexperience.com. A lot of people reacting to the woman who lied about the education in our last break. And this is somebody named Janine who says, Wendy, I did the same thing. The only difference is I told him 2 months after we started dating. She should tell him, but I think she should register and then tell him. We stayed together and it's been 4 years. It's not a deal breaker. No, it's not a deal breaker if you've only been dating for 2 months. 2 months in, or when that's a good time to either forgive or not forgive. Not a year and change later, and now you're talking of marriage. It is a deal breaker. At least it would be in my relationship. Hi, Wendy. In response to the girl who lied about going to college, I say tell him if she has been holding it down for this long, then she must have been doing something good. A degree does not make a person. I have not completed a good... You know what? You're missing the point, April. Because I don't think a degree makes the person either. And I say that on this show. Although I am a degree holder, I think that, there's a lot of pomposity that goes along with, many people who have degrees. They think that they're better than other people. The educational system is a wonderful thing, but it's not going to be the end-all and be-all as to whether or not you get a good job. There's a good old-fashioned hustler spirit, which apparently, for instance, Exhibit A, Bianca, doesn't have. That same job can be held down by somebody who doesn't have a degree in engineering or in production. I mean, hell, that's something you can walk up in a radio station and learn. You understand? You're right, April. A degree does not make or break, but a lie like that makes or breaks a relationship. Thank you, April, for not understanding what the story was about. Wendy, about the girl who lied about her college degree. I would tell the man right away, let the man know she wasn't lying because she's a liar in general, but because she felt inadequate about herself. She wouldn't tell him a malicious or deceptive lie, but she was just embarrassed because it's something that she wants to do, and ask him to help her go to school so that way she can redeem herself and promise never to lie about something like that again. Tavia says, Wendy, she needs to tell him about not having the degree, and when she does, she needs to be ready to start over with someone else. She's a damn liar and can't be trusted. That's what Tavia says. Sharon says, Wendy, you're right. The man will question everything that she said, past, present, and future. You answered her on point. If a man did that to me, I would wonder what else he's lying about. Exactly. And here's a person who says, hell yes, she should tell him. That's it. Oh, this is from Ms. Ms. says, Wendy, your passion for your work is awesome. Many people did what they had to do to get where they are. Forget the passion that drove them there and the big bucks rolling in. You're right. When someone sticks their neck out for you and you don't show appreciation, and you let them down, Bianca, she's a fool and she's young. She didn't realize that it's hard for black women to get prime opportunities in media. Exactly. I didn't even mention she's black, but yes, she is black. Being taught production under the tutelage of a black woman show and being brought into said radio station in Philadelphia by another black woman. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what Deborah Messing says. Where did that come from? I don't know, but I'm going to share it with you. The key to happiness is letting go of the idea of perfection. I ripped it out because I thought that was dead on. Wendy, can you please help me? I broke up with my man 6 months. My man of 6 months last night. I feel sick, heartbroken, and I feel like I'll never get over him. Time heals. Time heals. There's nothing I can say to you. You were with him for 6 months. It might take 6 months or 6 minutes, depending on how fast the next man comes along, to get over him. Right?
Sure.
Dear Wendy, I've been dating this guy for nearly 3 years. He's pretty cool, but I think he has a lot of hang-ups. I usually go and feed his rabbit when he's away on business, but he always makes sure to ask for the key back. The other day, I told him that this act showed his true intentions towards me, meaning, as opposed to settling down, perhaps I'm just a convenience in his life. Am I reading too much into this? Am I overreacting? I usually see him late at night during the week, and I've put a stop to that since last week because I don't want to get close to someone who doesn't see me in any other light but convenience. I listen to you enough and your daily advice, yada, yada, yada. Okay. For 3 years, you've been seeing him, and he asks for the spare key back each time. I mean, if he thought more of you, then after 3 years, you know if you want to marry somebody or not, although you didn't say how old. I don't know. I just think it's cheesy for him to ask for the spare key back, each time. Living together is one thing. I understand that. But asking for the spare key back, there's nothing wrong with you having a spare key with rules. Like, call from downstairs before you come up. I mean, hell, we might be together for 3 years, but we're not living together. You have your place, I have my place. Call before you come up. Like that. Let me know if you're going to come over. Yeah, no, and not to mention, you say, I usually see him late at night during the week. I've put a stop to that. Oh, no. After 3 years, he doesn't think very much of you. You're a late night chick who feeds the rabbits. I'd keep moving. I'd get to stepping. I don't think you're overreacting. Not when you look at the bigger picture. No, you're not overreacting. Although, in my past, like dating and stuff, for people that I didn't live with, if I'm dating you and we date past the point where, okay, you get a key to my apartment, you'd only have a key to one lock. I'm a single woman. I got 6 on my door. You understand what I mean? If I truly didn't want you to be there, I'd click, the other locks. But if I want you to come over, I know you're going to bring me something or, whatever you're staying for the weekend. Yeah, here's your key. Somehow that was a piece of happiness. Like My thing is that unless you got the ring or unless you're living together, you fall back from giving total access to your place. I'm a private person. I've been dating you for 3 years. First of all, yeah, get the hint. The reason that I asked for the key back is because I'm never marrying you. Like you were definitely not that material. I don't like the idea of giving keys. Do any girls have keys to your apartment?
No, they don't. Only my mother.
And even her, she better call from downstairs on the sidewalk, right?
Holla.
You ain't gonna run me out of Philly with your freak stuff, Artie. How you doing? Keep it here. Jessica Canseco next hour.
It's Wendy, man.
Hey, Wendy.
Hi.
My boyfriend gave himself a wet Susie or whatever. He said he almost burnt his off.
The Wendy. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
I was thinking pearls would be the next big thing for men. You get the pink shirts, right? You throw some ice on a gangster medallion and put it on a string of, 36-inch pearls.
Well, Andre 3000 wears them on his wrist.
Well, I know he does, but I'm talking about just throw them on the neck. And they come in pink, they come in blue, they come in white. You know what I'm saying? Nice pearl necklace for all you gay rappers.
How you doing? Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Well, I guess we need to congratulate Brandy. First of all, her freedom from Quentin. I have no idea why that relationship is over. Still no word. Did he cheat? Did she cheat? What? But that relationship is over. However, on the work side of things, well, she's back in the studio, as we know, with her brother AJ working on Ray J working on a CD that's going to be released on Ray J's label, Knockout Entertainment. And Brandy just inked a deal with the WB. Hold on, it's a development deal. Doesn't mean that anything will pop off. It just means that the WB has signed a deal with her to work on something spicy. And also Nick Lachey, too, just signed a development deal with the WB. He's attached right now to a few comedy projects, and he just, went through the recent pilot season. Nothing materialized. But Brandy, everybody, she's developing a deal with Fox Broadcasting Company as well as Touchtone TV and Storyline Entertainment for her own half-hour series. That, by the way, hadn't materialized either. What did I make it sound present tense? No, that was past tense. That was back in 2004. So right now, she's she's got this deal with the WB. So we'll see what happens, if anything. Foxy Brown. In 1 minute, we're seeing with Tyson. She's sitting in the next banquette over from Tyson, slobbing down Chris Webber. Oh. This is according to today's New York Post. Oh, yeah. It happened. It was at a place called PM, and they say she was canoodling and cavorting with Chris Webber. Mm-hmm. Kimora Simmons was there, and Queen Latifah, Busta Rhymes, Wyclef, AJ from 106 and Park, Garcelle Bouvier, and this Tyson was there also. So I would imagine neither of these are real relationships. She's just getting her grown woman independence on and also getting her buzz up for her forthcoming CD. And she wants us to keep talking about her, and you keep doing things like this, and we will. So it's working, Foxy, for what it's worth. Oh, is that... Oh, wait, the phone is ringing. Is that my call from Jessica Canseco? Let me answer.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Jessica.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great. I was listening to the show, and you are so funny. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Jessica. So now, where do you live now?
Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. And so you're in New York on your publicity jaunt for your book?
Yeah, we were here last week, and then a couple things got rescheduled due to the hurricane.
Yeah. So now let's get into the book. The book, Jessica, is a fascinating read. I love to read the behind-the-scenes stories, particularly of, ironically, wives in sports. So, did you ever witness Jose using steroids?
Oh, yeah. I was the one that injected him, in fact.
Where was his injection site of choice?
His buttocks.
Wow. And I mean, I don't know anything about injections. When you inject, do you have to, after a while, choose different sites?
Yeah, he would change cheeks. you know, and he would do it maybe like, I guess maybe once a week, or, I mean, he'd go in spurts where he'd do a couple shots in 1 week, and then he would go like 10, 14 days, but we'd, change butts.
Now, when you met him as a 19-year-old, it was your third day working at Hooters. He gave you his number. You didn't know who he was. He was already juicing at that particular point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So did you have to walk in and discover him doing steroids, or did he tell you?
Actually, his brother had a girlfriend at the time that I started getting close with that lived in the house when I moved down to Florida with Jose in his house. And she started to talk about the steroids and kind of filled me in on some things about them, the brothers and steroids. And then I proceeded to ask Jose about it, and he was very open about it. He said, he brought this duffel bag of all the steroids out and started talking about them and told me it's for his career and it helps him make him faster, stronger.
Yeah. And so at that point, though, because you're 19 and I mean, you were working at Hooters, so, your eyes were probably full of delight at all the different things that his fame and his money was able to get you. So I guess you were probably still happily along for the ride.
Of course, yeah. I mean, besides the fact that he was just a gorgeous guy, here he's 10 years older than me, gorgeous, this whirlwind of a lifestyle. He sucked me in and spent money shopping and stuff. It seemed like everything was going to be great.
Yeah.
What did I know?
Everybody immediately, when Jose and Jessica went on their first date, he took her to the mall and spent $4,000 just to, get her all gussied up, which didn't take much because you're a beautiful girl. So now you got implants and you got a nose job and you even invited a woman in the bedroom and nothing was able to satisfy him.
Nope. Didn't seem like that, but as I went through therapy, I found that it's all. I used to blame myself, but it's really himself, and he has a problem with self-esteem and ego, and stopped blaming myself and figured out it was his problem.
Do you believe that Jose ever loved you?
Yeah, I do. I think he did. I think as best as he could. It's like the same thing. Like I loved Jose, but then it's like now I'm in a relationship, and I look back and I think, was I really in love with him, or the idea of him, or and it's like with me, it's like I was this Barbie and this arm piece, and as long as he could control me, he loved me. I don't know. Everybody kind of has their different take on love. And
how did you choose the woman to join you all in the bedroom? Was it your choice or was it his choice?
No, it was my choice, and it was one of my girlfriends. We were out one night late, and I'm just like, seemed like a popular thing to do at the time.
Yeah,
I decided to try it, and it did not work, to say the least.
Yeah, you weren't turned on by it.
No,
and nor did it keep him faithful.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Now, was there any homosexuality going on with Jose?
Oh, no. I know people have been asking me that because he dressed up on Surreal Life.
And he seems so comfortable.
I know. Jose likes controversy. That's why people ask about the book. Oh, how does he feel about the book? Well, you think, his book sales went skyrocketing again after my book came out. You think he's mad about it? No.
Yeah. So now you would have to deal with, I guess, the embarrassment of him cheating sloppily and women calling the house, or was he relatively neat with his cheating?
No, he was the worst. He'd leave books laying around or lipstick in the car. I would know, little signs here and there. And he thought he was cleverly covering things. But people would call the house or, I just, little, things here and there always I would discover.
Now, from the time you all started dating, at what point did you get married? A year later, 2 years later?
Almost 3 years later. We were engaged first. And then we got married in 96. I met him in 93.
Yeah. And so your child, I know you have one daughter together. Does he have any children outside of your marriage?
No.
Did you have trouble getting pregnant as the result, perhaps, of steroids?
Yeah, I mean, he had to go off of them for a while, and he had to take substance or some type of thing to bring his sperm back. I guess HCG, it's called. And he was on that for some time, and it took a while. I'm not so sure he'd even be able to have kids now.
Yeah. Had any of his teammates ever hit on you?
Not really. They were pretty good. I think because I was with Jose and he was so intimidating and good looking and stuff, I think that the guys were pretty much, they stood away, stood back.
Yeah. Now, the first time that he pulled his pants down and you saw his private areas, had that been your first time ever seeing an uncircumcised penis?
Well, you don't find that much in Ohio.
Yeah. so
it's kind of funny. I was like flabbergasted. Yeah, can I use that word there?
Did you know what to do? Peel it back, or what did you?
Well, when it gets hard, that all goes away.
Yeah.
It was quite lovely after that.
Yeah.
But when it's soft, it was kind of funny looking at first.
Yeah, and then after games, I'm sure it carried quite the stench. You'd have to scrub that up real nice.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, wash that thing up.
Exactly. Jessica, had you ever met Madonna?
No, I haven't actually.
Had he ever admired Madonna openly to you prior to seeing her?
No, he actually. Well, the whole Madonna scandal went on with when he was married to his first wife.
Oh, right.
So, and then when he talked about it, he said he wasn't. I mean, he wrote about it in his book that he never was with her, never ended up sleeping with her. He was actually kind of turned off because she was aggressive type of woman, and I think it wasn't really his style. But who knows? I mean, they made a heyday out of it.
And then you say in your book that he does have an aggressive bedroom style. He likes to bark orders.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he definitely likes to look in the mirror and see himself.
Wow. Did you ever sometimes feel like you were playing second fiddle? I mean, you went through the surgeries. You're a beautiful woman yourself. I would expect you would be beautiful even before the surgery. Otherwise, somebody like Jose wouldn't have been interested in you.
Of course. It was hard, and of course, being raised the way I was raised. Also, I had some issues as a child, and I was taught that, beauty was everything. And I was a model as a kid and a ballerina, and, and I just, so that's hard. You take that into your relationships, and then you add money to it, where I have access to being able to fix things and do things, and then end up with a man like Jose on top of it.
Yeah,
oh boy,
it's like a dream
disaster.
come true. Yeah. So, did he give you an allowance?
He just pretty much let me, spend, or we'd have credit cards, and my spending compared to his, he'd come home with like a Porsche or Lamborghini, and I'd do some shopping and some stuff, but it wasn't outrageous. He told me that his first wife was really bad.
Yeah. Did you get along with her, or was she?
Actually, I talked to her a couple times after the whole thing. I would call her because I'd be crying about, what do I do? And he's this and that and cheating. And she'd be like, well, he's never going to change. And that's just Jose. And, she got out. And then finally I was able to get out.
So how long was your marriage?
Well, we were legally married 4 years, although when we got legally separated, we were still living together. We kind of got divorced because of financial reasons, and the attorneys were taking us to the cleaners.
Yeah. And so, how long has it been since you guys parted ways?
About a year and a half, actually. Maybe not even.
Yeah. So you are in a new relationship, or did you say you're getting ready to get married again?
No, I'm not getting married. Oh my God, it scares me. Don't say that.
Yeah. But you got.
I'm in a relationship though. It's fairly new, but he's amazing, and it's working out so far. He's completely different than Jose, and he's not flashy in the limelight.
Yeah. You get nice alimony?
No. Mm-mm. I support myself. I take care of myself.
Wait a minute. You get no alimony?
Mm-mm. No, I walked away with nothing out of that marriage. Like, most people think, "Oh, she was there for the money." Oh, yeah. Well, if I should have left way in the beginning then. I didn't stick around for the money.
So,
I didn't get anything.
But Jose himself, he's not broke, is he?
Oh. You know how those athletes can go through money.
Yeah.
No, well, he wrote his book. I'm working too. I wrote my book, and we're taking it one day at a time. But he has.
Is he on time with his child support?
Well, that would be negative.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm having some issues right now with him, but he's having a hard time. He's going through, he lost a court case, and he lost a civil lawsuit, and he's had some issues, and, he hasn't played for years now, so I'm just, I'm supporting myself, basically. That's it.
Wow. The anger with steroids, you always read about it. For those of us who aren't familiar with it directly, can you describe the anger that comes with steroids?
Well, more or less, I think the mood swings were there. Like one day, I wouldn't know if he'd wake up one day mad, sad, happy, and there was a lot of depression associated with it. I think the anger, he tried to keep, low. We'd have a couple fights, but more it was the emotional kind of roller coaster that I went on with him all the time because he was depressed a lot.
Jay. Gee.
That was difficult.
Well, you got your book, and that's the good news.
Yeah.
And are you doing a signing here in New York today, Thursday? Is there anything that you would like to tell anybody in terms of where you're going to be signing?
Well, I did my signing last week at the Virgin Megastore, but I have Greta Van Susteren on Friday evening, I believe.
All right, good. So then we'll look out for that, and the book is in stores right now. Jessica, I wish you well. What a story, and I can't wait to actually read it.
Yeah, you got to read it. It's great.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, look, you take it easy out there.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, the book is called Jessica Canseco's book, Juicy Confessions of a Former Baseball Wife. And coming up, everybody, keep it here. Your comments on Jonathan. We'll talk about Vivica Fox and Tara Reid. Keep it here.
Wendy, man.
Presently, my husband just got discharged from the military. But now he's home, and I just want to tell him to get the out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience here on WBLS. Vaughn comes up at 7 o'clock with The Quiet Storm. And, of course, we welcome Steve Harvey with open arms on Monday, September 19th. I am sitting here reading one of my new magazines, and I'm seeing a picture of Nick Lachey sitting next to Jamie Lynn Descala's soon-to-be ex-husband, AJ Descala. Now, you see, because Nick is Jessica's soon-to-be ex-husband. Neither one of them, Jessica or Nick, wears their ring anymore. Now, Nick might have gotten turned down during pilot season, but he's got that new job at ESPN, and she thought her phone was going to be ringing off the hook after Dukes of Hazzard. In the meantime, it's ringing for nominal money roles as a bimbo. Whatever it is, it's a bimbo. So she's no Meryl Streep, and she's upset about that. So, Anyway, this hour of the Wendy Williams Experience is brought to you by Botox. Botox is sponsoring this hour. Love it. Use it. I wanted to talk to you about Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. The website will be ready tomorrow. I'm going to give you the web address right now, okay? Stephanie Cohen. STEPHANIE, Stephanie, and then Cohen, COHEN. Stephanie Cohen Home, not Homes, StephanieCohenHome.com. And it'll be up and running tomorrow. And then you'll be able to go and click on and see all the beautiful stuff at Benjamin Rug and Home Imports in Secaucus, New Jersey at 20 Meadowlands Parkway. Telephone number, I've got it, 201-617-9000. Easy to remember, an easy place to get to. Originally, this was a wholesale store, and now it's a retail store with wholesale prices, which means the prices are phenomenal. On the rugs, on the beds, on the couches, the chairs, the armoires, your break fronts, for your dining room, all that. Oh my God. Look, I'm not just crowing about it. I'm actually a customer. And so I'm glad that they're advertising on WBLS. This is a brand new place. And Stephanie Cohen, the owner, is inviting you to stop by this weekend for a special promotion they have going on. So I'm going to give you the address. And when you get there, tell Stephanie that, I sent you and whatnot. 20 Meadowlands Parkway in Secaucus, New Jersey. Have you ever been to the Gucci outlet? Okay, well, it's the same exit, Meadowlands Parkway exit off Route 3 in Secaucus, New Jersey. Come on, I don't need to explain to you. The Meadowlands Secaucus area, that Secaucus has been legendary for years for being like this country's first outlet place to shop. The first, before Woodbury Common and all these other places, and the tradition continues with outlet shopping prices, quality stuff. Remember, it was a wholesale store, and now it's a retail store with wholesale prices. It's called Benjamin Rug and Home Imports, located at 20 Meadowlands Parkway. The best stuff from the Martha Stewart Gallery is there. Stephanie Cohen herself had launched her own designs, and right there in her showroom, they've got fabulous rugs and all kinds of stuff, from Asian-inspired stuff, classic stuff, traditional stuff, contemporary stuff. Go take a look. They're open 7 days a week. For store hours, call 201-617-9000. But I can tell you now, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sunday, 12 noon to 5 p.m. It's Benjamin Rug and Home Imports in Secaucus, New Jersey.
I have good news.
What? You just saved a bunch of money on your car insurance by switching to Geico?
No. The Wendy Williams name has been restored. said person in Philadelphia said, now your intern Zoe is a star. She was already in my voicemail trying to get a job.
Zoe got the job that Bianca did.
That's the Wendy Williams hustle. She's a golden star.
Yes,
I
Zoe.
love Zoe already.
Yes, Zoe. Zoe, you are Zoe, that's why you are the queen of all interns. Now, I would imagine your new job in Philadelphia that dopey Bianca didn't have the foresight to get. I would imagine that now she's not going to any longer be queen of the interns here.
No, we'll get a new one.
We need a new queen of the interns, but the door is always open. And there she is.
Yes.
Her name is Shaylin.
Oh!
Shaylin, we now crown you queen of all interns.
How you doing?
Your hard work, it has not gone overlooked.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And Zoe, Shaylin, you should know. Bianca no more. Zoe has her job in Philadelphia, but she's always welcome back for whatever she wants to do, including when there are events, and maybe we want to, invite Zoe when we get, T-shirts in and stuff like that. We want to, Zoe's always a part of the family. Yeah. Because that's part of our Supergirl group.
And Zoe, you can stay at my mother's house if you need to.
And you would have told, and you know what? If Bianca just came to us, I would have given her the $14. Miss Artie's mom got an extra room since he doesn't know Philly from there since he's been in New York. Look at that. Zoe is congratulations, Zoe.
Yes.
Oh, and you're going to love Zoe behind the scenes there in Philadelphia. Philly audience won't be privy to Zoe because she's not going to be on the mic as a production job, but Zoe knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you, Shaylin.
Oh.
Next, I'll be in Philly too.
Next, you'll be in Philly too. That's right. Reign supreme. Okay, so I'm glad that has been solved. That was bothering me. Listen, for a limited time now, you can get your tickets where you buy one, get one free at Circle of Sisters. You know what? In order to find out about this buy one, get one free thing, you'd probably be best logging onto our website at WBLS.com, because a lot of people are saying that they're going to Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster's not giving them the buy one, get one free hookup. And they're buying tickets anyway because they don't want to miss out on Circle of Sisters. But it's an expo uniting today's women of color, October 1st and 2nd at the Jacob Javits Center. And it's just going to be a really inspiring 2 days. Musical performances, October 1st by Kindred, the Family Soul. Also, Heather Headley and Dwelle, who I love. They're on my CD. Plus, you'll learn health and well-being. Ladies, all kinds of authors are going to be there, including Eileen Harris and Superhead. Oh. So, is it appropriate for a Superhead to be at an occasion, hopefully to inspire and unite women of color?
Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
Call Ticketmaster for your tickets now, 212-307-7171. Circle of Sisters is brought to you by your radio station and, of course, Choices Hotels. With over 4,000 locations, there's bound to be a Choices Hotel near you, plus sponsored by Nyack College, where, ladies, you can further your education, and gentlemen, you too. And, of course, they help you make your future everything it should be. And don't forget, we put this on. We're your radio station for today's R&B, classic soul, and the Steve Harvey Morning Show, 107.5 WVLS.
Let's do a quick giveaway before we get out of there. Real quick.
It was a perfect exit.
Yeah, I know.
Goose pops up. Duck, duck, goose.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is for Sesame Street Live, Super Grover. It's going to be at the Continental Airlines Arena on Saturday. Are you free? You want to go? I got a family 4-pack for you, which will include we got a family 4-pack. The possibilities are endless when you spend the day out with your family, aren't they? Anyway, if it's free, it's for you. So give a call, 866-GET-WENDY, and we'll hook you up with that family 4-pack. And what are we in now? We're in the hour of truth. Oh, we got to talk about Vivica Damn Fox. We are 26 minutes away from the Tyra Banks show, which I would encourage you to watch. But by the same token, please keep me on as well, because I'll be going in and out of the room watching and commenting. Vivica's going to get on there and talk about 50 Cent again. And I'm going to give you the details of what she's going to talk about in our next break, because I got the transcript. Keep it here. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on BLS.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Did you guys see this in real life last night? Yeah, my son has that Flavor Flav clock, the one that he wears around his neck, the one of Flav holding a clock. he has that in his bathroom. Every time I see he and Bridget kiss or do something, I always wonder what his breath smells like.
Got him. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Alrighty. You all are still commenting from last hour, advice hour, about the woman in the college degree. This says, as a young man married for 5 years, I can say to the young lady that she lied about college and you have to go now. If she had her own drive to finish college, this problem would have come up a long time ago. Not now when they're planning on getting married. She has lied for too long. All right, I don't understand part of that, but the point is that he says she'd have to go. This is loyal listener saying, Wendy, the same thing happened to me as that girl who lied about her college degree. At first, my now husband was just my sex buddy and it didn't matter. But as we got more serious, it was tearing my conscience apart. I finally told him tearfully the whole bit. My man said, what? Is that all? I still think you're intelligent. It takes nothing away. Wendy, I was fortunate. I know firsthand now. And yes, I did eventually get my degree, 5 years at Howard University. I just needed about eight more credits to finish. It's killing me to write and relive this. However, I've done very well for myself career-wise. So give that listener my best and tell her to tell him or she will not be able to sleep. Yeah. Shout out to Ghetto Charles living in Detroit. Ghetto Charles says, I don't even know that damn girl Bianca, and I'm mad. Even I know living in Philly is cheap. All right, let's talk about Vivica Fox, please. I'm going to give it to you just the way it was given to me. I'll take this just in. Appearing on the Tyra Banks show today, everybody, Vivica Fox disses 50 Cent's Ghetto Love. Vivica has some harsh words for her ex-sweetie 50 Cent. She calls his way of dealing with their breakup Ghetto Love. The press about their relationship lasted longer than the relationship itself, the missing star told talk show host Tyra Banks, and she believes that she was cast as the villain in the whole process. So Tyra asks her, why do you think the press does that? And Viv says, no, it wasn't the press. It was him. He was like, she's exploiting me. She's trying to use me to get publicity. But you know, I just consider that ghetto love. It's his way of dealing with the breakup. Listen to this one. Vivica also said that she has 13 tattoos. And one on her arm that says strength, courage, and wisdom is due to 50 Cent. So, yes, stop looking at me that way. I'm just passing it on to you. Are you absolutely, positively kaflumped? So, she says, after my breakup with 50 Cent, there was a song, India Irie, Strength, Courage, and Wisdom. And I listened to it almost every day because I needed strength, courage, and wisdom to never let that happen to me again. You know, Vivica, you've got way too much going on in your life, way too many successes, and in a lot of ways, you're seen as a bastion of strength and courage to many women. Not to mention, visually speaking, you are an absolute embodiment of, you know, what I think a lot of women aspire to be when they get to be women of a certain age. Look at that. That's Vivica Fox. That's a woman of a certain age. Look at her doing her thing, her missing show. She's making hand over fist. She got out of the marriage with How You Doing 6'9", unscathed. You know, she's bigger than the occasion to even say anything bad about him, so they speak pleasantly about each other. But then this thing with 50 Cent, why are you letting, you know, I understand he's got money, but at the end of the day, that's Dusty Fitty from Queens.
That she loves. She loves
She still loves him, doesn't she?
She loves Dusty.
Here's the thing. Because we all have feelings. And love is the level playing field, regardless of how much money you make, what color you are, and all like that. But there are just certain people that I hate see going on and on in the media about it. Especially when they're not on the winning end of it. And that's like Vivica. Like, handle all that soft pink stuff behind the scenes in your room, in your house, with your all-girl crew. Anywhere but on Tyra Banks' show. It makes good grist for this show's mill. I mean, without, you know, things like this going on, I mean, we'd be playing another 20 hits in a row. You know, and you can go anywhere for that, but you don't go anywhere for that. You come here for this kind of stuff right here. So thanks, Vivica, for giving us show grist. But you want to know what? I think I speak for a lot of the listeners when I say we would rather not talk about you and 50. Or, you know what? Except for tomorrow when you call up, because now I'm going to have to ride this out. Yeah, she's calling the show tomorrow. She's got another job and another project going on. All this work and all this cake coming in, and the body beautiful. But she still rides out on this 50 thing.
She loves Dusty.
Well, Dusty's with Nia Long now. So clearly it must hurt twice as hard because his next girlfriend wasn't like somebody more his own age or whatever. Like, damn, he's still into the women of a certain age thing. Damn. Nia even comes with baggage. She's got a kid. 50 doesn't care.
He got baggage too.
Well, I know, but he's the man with the money. Do you know what I mean? And while Nia's a good-looking woman, Vivica Fox, now that's a hot tamale.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Viv's probably mad on a bunch of different levels. Don't make you continue to talk out after tomorrow when you call the show. Now, if she calls the show. Anyway, so, that being said, we're going to give you the infamous Vivica Fox speech about 50 Cent. Goose? Okay.
Oh, you know, okay, you know where it is.
Art, you sat there stupidly, too, looking around and then stuttering. Do you hear Art, everybody, when he gets a mess?
I thought y'all had already planned it out.
No, we hadn't planned anything out.
Yeah, we haven't. Oh, there it is.
Oh, don't jump up now like you know it all, Goose.
There it is. You ready?
Oh, look.
Here we go. All right, play. I'm sorry.
All right, baby.
I've been in the game for 10, 15 years. I didn't need to exploit or use nobody. My films have grossed over $1 billion worldwide. I ain't got to use nobody for no cover of no magazine. I've been on magazines
levels
forever.
The playing field, though, right?
So he can put that where? Back there. Y'all don't know I've been waiting on a year to say that, child. I've been holding my tongue. Not saying nothing. Letting him talk all kind of shit.
You know what? It's always the most, ghetto acting girls that get the softest, the pinkest. And in a lot of cases, that punch in the eye and all, they deal with so much with the men that the public has to end up finding out about. Yeah. Your biggest mouth girlfriend, the toughest one, is always the one getting backhanded across the room by her man. You know what I mean? Liking the excitement of being able to fight a man, but you can't beat a man. What are you doing?
Unless it's Trev Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, loose joints.
Wendy, man.
She says, I know that Tyrone doesn't care about me. She says, he looks at me like I'm just a piece of, and I look at him like he's just a...
Did you catch this flashback? Wendy Williams and Carl Payne, a.k.a. Cockroach.
So the rumor was that you got fired from the Cosby Show because you wouldn't cut your hair after Bill Cosby insisted that you do it.
Right. No, that's not how that went down.
Okay.
Basically, the last show I did was the show where we went on Dance Mania.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's when it jumped the shark about there.
So basically what happened was Bill...
Dance Mania.
The wardrobe people slicked my hair back.
Okay.
Now, I don't have bad hair.
Get to the point.
So, all right, the point is Bill came at me crazy.
Why?
Because he thought I permed my hair. He thought I had a jerry curl up in my jaw, and he was like, yo, didn't I tell you not to do that to your hair? I told you. And I'm like, yo, your makeup people did this, and he came at me crazy, and I was like, yo, I'm 15, 14 years old at the time.
Did you say F you, Bill?
Bottom line.
What?
Bottom line. He came at me crazy, talking like...
And he fired you?
Yeah.
Kaplaka, wow.
That was it.
What'd your mom and dad say? You ruined the best thing.
Nah, they was like, F him.
Got him. This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Hey. Hey, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience. Before we get down with the Get Down, I wanted to share with you the JCPenney Inside Scoop. The Inside Scoop is sponsored by JCPenney. It's all inside. They've got affordable stuff, great fashion finds, girls, from the beads to the bangles to, the boots. They've got it all at JCPenney, and your underpinnings, as Farnsworth Bentley would say. Here's some quick style tips for fall. Belts are ruling the runway. The simplest way to flatter your figure and pull together your outfit is what? A belt. They've got belts at JCPenney. Great ones for not as much as you would pay if you went elsewhere. Also, necklaces. Necklaces are big. They're a bit sophisticated depending on how you wear them. The goal is to frame your face with something gorgeous, not layer, and then look too gaudy. Although to me, gaudy is good, but you do what you want. It's all inside JCPenney. Empire waists are big this season. Ladies, they're saying that Empire waist is dainty and demure and a touch princessy. Is an Empire waist for you? It's all inside JCPenney. Fur vest, okay? A faux fur vest. The vest is big for the season of the furry look, whether it's faux or whether it's real. And I got to tell you something. Check JCPenney. An armful of bangles, always in style, in my opinion. But this particular fall, bangles are huge. Bangles, beads, and baubles. Do it up for yourself, ladies. And gentlemen, you too. How you doing? It's all inside JCPenney, and that is the Inside Scoop, sponsored by JCPenney. Oh, don't forget your wedge shoes. Wedgies are big. JCPenney's got shoes. That's right. They got a shoe department over there. It's all inside JCPenney. That's the Inside Scoop, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by JCPenney. Break. Ow, for love. Do Tamia and Grant Hill have children?
Yeah, a daughter.
Okay, so then Tamia could very well be the answer to yesterday's blind item.
Didn't think about that.
Yes, Tamia. Especially, Grant's busy doing his thing, as we learned. I don't mean anything. I'm just saying, Excuse me? I said,
How you doing?
That's not what I said. I said, hey. Hey. Oh, you know what, Stephanie? Make sure that the new queen of all interns gets this. That's somebody applying for an internship here at the radio. About Jonathan. This woman is mad. She lives in Atlanta. She says, oh, hell to the gnaw. Jonathan, by the way, Terry McMillan's soon-to-be ex-husband, was a 2-break phone conversation in the first hour of the show. If you missed it, oh, well, you missed it. That's that. So apparently this person was listening. Oh, hell to the gnaw. Has that Negro lost his mind? He's not entitled to jack stink. And if I wasn't a Christian woman, I would have a few cuss words. And what the hell is his cousin Mark talking about? Model my ass. That boy needs to find his way back to Sesame Street because he looks like Big Bird. This man has told a 53-year-old woman that he is gay. As you would say, Wendy, she is a woman of a certain age. There is no going to get her groove back. He better get real. Here's the thing, and I always side with I like to think that I mostly side with women. She saw him queening down the runway into her life. You mean to tell me that a woman of 40, because she was 40 back when they met, couldn't see that? We did. I mean, at least Star knows what she's involved with. Star knows. And E has pulled the plug on Tara Dice. Good. Following Tara Reid around as she runs through a case of booze and a carton of cigarettes all around the world. So they pulled the plug on it. Tara Dice premiered, well, I've seen it throughout the month of September, so it just premiered a few weeks ago. But according to a website called defamer.com, the network has 2 episodes left that are left unshot. Like, take your money and just get out. Just get out, over. All right, so Tara Dice is done. Wendy, it ain't expensive living in Philly. Not like it is living in New York. Ask all the New Yorkers who are moving to Philly in droves. All we see in Philadelphia are New York license plates. I know. Did you see All Access Little Kim last night, you guys? It was good. I like seeing Mary and Kim together. I like that a lot. Mary needs the publicity right now. Mary, that was a good career move. I'm sure that the feelings are genuine, though, as well. But, in addition, that was a good career move. And for some reason, I thought the video was going to have, like Missy and so on and so forth. Angie Martinez, because they're all, everybody's clicked up like that. But it didn't. And I kind of liked it. It was just Kim and Kim. And then Mary. And the picture in my mind that I always drum up when I think of Mary and Kim is that picture of them on the steps at Biggie's funeral, and Mary's trying to hold Kim together, and Kim is just beside herself. That picture was in black and white in my mind forever. So it was real nice to see those two girls working it out on the Welcome to Brooklyn. Yeah. There's somebody asking me about the website that I was giving for custom wigs. HadiaBarbell.com. She does custom pieces. And actually t-shirts and stuff like that too. She's made wigs for lots of celebrities, including Ashanti. And she was also my stylist for the September issue of The Source magazine. I was wearing a big, long wig in there. She showed up with a trunk full of wigs, and she said, I thought about you when I thought about this one. She made that one. I mean, I liked it. She ended up giving it to me in the end. I haven't worn it since then, though, because, as much as I like hair, I like it more up than I like it, long. I like the poof more than the length. If I had a choice between volume and length, I take volume, any day. But it's so long, I could tuck it in the back of my jeans. I could wipe my behind with it, with the ends. So you can go to her website, though, Hadia, HADIIYA, Barbell, BARBEL, HadiaBarbell.com. And check out her work. She does. She's a nice lady. Over in Germany, they're ordering the citizens not to smile. Stay serious when you're having your passport pictures taken. Wipe that silly grin off your face. No smirks, no smiles, because we need to biometrically scan your facial features. Yeah, so I don't want you to smile. Facial recognizing is a very, very key thing in apparently matching criminals to normal, nice people. And when you smile, they say that your smile distorts your natural facial thing, so they don't want you to smile. A broad smile is nice, they say, however, it's unacceptable. So Britney Spears' baby is here. The little baby's name is Preston William Spears Federline. He was born yesterday during the radio show. And Britney had to deliver him C-section because the baby, in the 11th hour of the pregnancy, a couple of things showed up. First of all, he was in a breech position, so she has to have a C-section. And the second thing is that it showed up that she had low blood sugar and toxemia, the dangerously high blood pressure associated with pregnancy, toxemia. So she had a C-section. Well, Britney, I'm glad that you delivered safely. Welcome, baby Preston, into the world. And now, Britney, your line is already there, so you can get your tummy tuck. Because you got 40 pounds to lose. I don't know how she's only 23. She certainly doesn't need a tummy tuck. She should be able to snap back. Part of me was joshing, but the other part of me was like, well, if she's really pressed, get liposuction followed up with a tummy tuck over that same scar, and that's that. Get you some Dermablend, and you can still wear your hot pants with a real, real low waist. In the meantime, you want to know how she wants to lose the weight? Cigarettes. Well, the stats show that 70% of women who quit smoking to have a baby go back to smoking. And her mother's disgusted with her plan and stuff, but she's verbally voiced it. I plan on going back to smoking. I'm going to smoke cigarettes. I'm going to drink my diet soda, and I'm going to lose the weight. She wants to lose the weight and get back in shape, I guess, get back in the studio, get her husband back, because, Kevin's about to pack up his bags and go on tour with his rap career. But, we'll see the drama unfold now that the baby is here. We'll see all what goes on. I got an interview with little Kim. Do you want to hear? They say to her, what scares you? And she says, I try not to be scared of anything anymore. But there are times when I'm walking down steps at shows and I'm like, I am so scared. I don't want to break my neck in these heels. Now, you might think that that's a stupid answer in terms of what scares you, but I identify. Shut up, Trick. Talking Wendy Williams. Shut up, Trick. What's your least favorite song to perform? Ironically, she says the one that every single girl in the club knows. I don't care if she's going to church the next day or what. She says, there's a couple. I don't like to perform Big Mama Thing. She says, I don't know why. It's just something about it. Oh, maybe the graphic words? I mean, please, it's only fun to sing in the club if you had a lot of drinks and you're embodying your womanness and your Big Mama Thing because the Henny got you swaggering. I mean, sometimes I get so amped when I hear that song in a club after a couple of swills. I'll grab my crotch and, baby, it's a Big Mama Thing. Can't you tell by the diamonds in my ring?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's a fun song to perform in the club. But I know what you mean. Speaking of the club, shout out to everybody in Philly. I'll see you all at the Palmers tomorrow night. 2 Fist in that Bud Select. Drink responsibly. You coming?
Yeah, I'm there.
You're lying. Shut up, Art. Yeah, but she says Big Mama Thing. She says something about it. Everyone loves it, but I just don't like to perform it. And how many licks since I forgot the words, she says. She says Mark Jacobs, who's a friend of mine's favorite song is How Many Licks. Mark Jacobs, by the way, is doing T-shirts. He's selling them for $20 out of his shop. And Mark Jacobs loves Little Kim, for those of you interested. So then the article goes on to say, what's the hottest line you've ever spit on wax? I don't like her choices, but she says there are a few. There's this one line in Notorious K.I.M. where I say, I got my man's back like a JanSport knapsack. And then she says, my cooter gets wetter than a shower cap. That's hot. There are a few of them. And a few lines in Benjamin's. And on my new album, Naked Truth, she says. All right, here's some more. Why doesn't Star Jones like you? And Kim says, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I guess it must be feel good to pay less. I don't know. That's a line in her song, though. We were at a basketball game, and it was the game where her husband proposed to her. When she walked past me the first time, I felt like she was someone in the industry I would like to know. My seat was near the court, so when you go by to go to the bathroom, I would be the first celebrity you would see. So when she walked past with her husband, I waved at her. I said, hi, Star. And she looked me up and down and rolled her eyes and kept walking. I didn't know if maybe she didn't know who I was or thought I was someone else or she didn't see me. I made up every excuse in the world for her. After her husband proposed to her, she walked by again, holding his hand very tight. Everyone was still clapping when they walked past, and I am a very bubbly person, especially with celebrity friends, since I don't want them to think that I'm stuck up or not cool enough to approach. So I went up to them and I said, congratulations, Star. And she looked me up and down again and grabbed her husband's hand real hard and started to walk fast. And I thought, oh, she must not like me. All right, we'll continue with a couple more questions from a Little Kim interview that she did. Plus, some more gossip and stuff. Oh, gosh, Chili. Oh, we got to talk about Chili. Okay, keep it here.
Wendy, man.
My oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, New York City, this is your man, Steve Harvey. Hey, that's right, everybody, I'm back. And this time, New York, I'm here to stay. I got that 10-way suit when I was little for Easter with the reversible pants on it. You could wear it 10 ways. Then I'd be in black. I could wear mine 31 ways. That's right. Radio in New York will never be the same. The fun begins Monday morning, September 19th. It'll be on and cracking right here on 107.5 WBLS. Oh, man. Today's R&B and classic soul.
And you don't stop. WBLS WLS. We love the Shadow. And the Shadow Nightclub is free every Thursday night. Today is Thursday, so what? The Shadow Nightclub is free. And don't forget, it's packed on the weekends, too, including Saturday nights with Chuck Chill Out in the mix. And, oh, by the way, every Friday in the fall, the Shadow Nightclub is free, too. So that means you get back-to-back freeness. Thursdays and then Fridays. All fall, y'all. Shadow's got it going on. I got this letter, and this woman cannot wait until the bonus hour, and she knows that advice hour is already over. So I'm going to address this because she's faxing from 914. So shout out to everybody in Westchester. Wendy, it's about a guy. We met online a couple of months ago. Now, a couple means two. Just keep that in mind. In my book. The first week was so intense that he invited me to dinner with him at a Thai restaurant down the street from his house. I live in New York and he lives in London. This was a Thursday and he wanted us to have dinner. I thought about it but opted not to because it was on his tab and I can't afford to just dinner was on his tab, but I can't afford to snap up a flight at the snap of a finger. Well, he asked me if I know a nice Thai restaurant and I said yeah, and he came to my house. Over the weekend, we met. It was great. He stayed at a hotel in Manhattan and left back for London the next day. Sidebar, how much is a snapped up ticket to London? Is it still $99? Well, like when People's Express Airlines was around?
I'll find out right now.
I mean, just snapping up tickets to fly around the world. Anyway, it sounds fabulous, though. I worked with a radio partner in Philadelphia for Valentine's Day. He took his wife to Paris for dinner and she divorced his ass like 6 months later. Well, you know, we were working in Philly and she was living in Texas or someplace else where he's from, and he never, asked her, come to Philly, come on, I'm the breadwinner, I'm making the most money, you know what I mean? Come to Philly, you can pick what house you want. We can live in Philly, we can live in Jersey, we can live in Delaware. Hell, we can live in New York and I'll commute. It's easier for me to commute to New York to see than it is to commute to Texas. So the whole time while he was in Philly, she was up to damn good. And here he goes, not even recognizing it. Am I wrong for telling this story?
No, I'm wondering who you're talking about. It's interesting.
Read my lips. Yeah, Mr. Romantic. Damn. So he felt bad because, he was the one winning the money in Philly, but his wife is back in Texas.
Yeah,
She was busy.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. He took her to Paris, though. He thought he was the man. We talked about it on the radio and everything. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just another fabulous thing to do. You just jump on a plane, you do something like that. Fabulous. So he gets on a plane, comes to New York to go to a Thai restaurant. Okay, where was I? He stayed at a hotel in Manhattan and left the next day. We stayed in communication because we both enjoyed the date very much. Now, we never got physical, never kissed. We just hung out for a long time when he got here and we connected. We walked holding hands and it was so romantic. I was so comfortable with him. We got closer just knowing each other, and turns out we're like two halves that make one. Then we talk on the phone for hours and we write each other long emails. The next time he came with a ring and asked me to marry him. A ring worth over 100,000 pounds. Can somebody in the audience translate how much 100,000 pounds is in dollars? I found out that he's a multimillionaire, and I mean way over 250 million American dollars. There's the phone, Goose. Thank you for responding so quickly. There is a story. Here's the story, Wendy. I'm a nanny housekeeper, and I only make $1,000 a week. So I guess that it's $52,000 a year, and don't even make as much as the ring I'm wearing. I am African American. He is white, and his family is total British, old school. They don't accept interracial marriages. The money, yada yada yada. About what is it?
It's about $207,000.
$200,000. Okay, wow. This is a $200,000 ring. Then look at the nanny's finger. I'm 26, he's 36. He also said that he's ready to pay for me to go to school because I have more university to finish, yada, yada, yada. Wendy, I met a guy online and we connected really well. Wait. repeating the same story. All right, my question is, should I drop my life here and move there and see if it works? Gotta get it. Why not? Why not? I mean, just go with your own savings, just in case. I mean, Carrie did. Didn't Carrie drop everything for Big? Wasn't that the last episode of Sex and the City? Yep. And she was holding on to more. I don't want to say more. That's not what I want to say. You know, because nanny is an honorable profession. God only knows, you take care of the children and stuff. But you know what? Go over there and see. If it doesn't work out, come back here. Nannies never go out of style. Mm-hmm. You'll surely be able to get a job, and hopefully you'll be able to pick up a bit of the British accent. So if you ever do have to come back here, this is always very, hello, Mrs. Williams. I would like to take care of your brat. Immediately you're smarter than the rest with that damn accent, right? Yep. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
She's a nanny.
Tiger Woods got a nanny.
Why?
He married a nanny.
Why not? But beware of STDs, beware of cloaked sexuality, beware of lying about everything that he says to you and he's worth. Beware of it all. Keep your passport only where you know where it is, and keep your savings so that you can what? Flee the scene immediately if something pops off. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you have an apartment or not, but if I were you, I would hold on to your apartment before I would hold. You just met him. You met him 2 months ago online. Right. Why not? Throw caution to the wind. How old is she? 26. And he's 36. Why not? She doesn't have any kids. She takes care of kids. You only live once. Because I got news for you, sister. This back and forth relationship thing, you just accepted a ring for him. What do you mean, should you go over there and leave everything? That's the intention on the damn ring. Long distance relationships don't work. Not to mention relationships over the pond, where there's a body of water in between. They're not, they take too much work to work. Hell, relationships where you're in the same place don't work. So, I wish you well, Mama. Oh, caller number 11 right now is going to pick up passes for VH1 Hip Hop Honors. Do you want to be in the audience? Artie, are you going to this next Thursday?
I would love to go to that.
The 22nd?
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. Well, there you go. You're the winner. Art won. Hey. No, caller number 10 on the telephones right now picks up those passes. 866-GET-WENDY. Art, are you really going to go?
I would love to go to that. I'll find out.
Why don't you go back and get some tickets?
Yeah, I would love to go to that.
Yeah.
I would really go if you were hosting.
Well, I'd just like to have another fire show on, that's all. Oh, by the way, we got some passes for something old school that's going on in the city either tomorrow night or over the weekend. And I was getting ready to throw them away. And then I said, Art loves this kind of vibe. Yeah. You have to ask Nicole in the office what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we'll return to more commercials and less music. Here on the Wendy Williams Experience. 107.5 WBLS.
Tonight, the new search.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Darius McCray is calling up. Now, you know him. He thinks he's calling just to promote his new NBC drama, Committed. Now, you remember Darius. He was on Family Matters. He played Eddie Winslow. So I'm sure you can think of at least one other thing to ask him about other than, so how is Everett Committed now? Namely, that porn star co-star of his. And how about that little beatdown that we heard that he got served by way of Cockroach, because Cockroach couldn't borrow money because Eddie wouldn't let him to take care of Bobby Brown's kids. Oh, shut up.
Got it. This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Go get our guest. She doesn't know she's a guest, but yeah, get Art and then get our guest. No, go get our guest. Well, we're gonna make her a guest on the show right now. Go get her. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, everybody, I love this quote. Amanda Bynes. Do you know her? She's an actress. I'm not familiar with her work, but I like her quote. She says, I wouldn't want my mom to know the hottest brand jeans. It's nice to have a mom who couldn't care less about that. What does that say for us moms who do care? Art, sit down. We have a special guest coming in the studio. Stephanie's convincing her to come in.
Vivica's about to come on.
Excuse me, Vivica's about to come on?
Yeah.
All right, well, Vivica's about to come on. And, all right, let's get back to the Little Kim interview until our special guest comes in the studio. She doesn't want to come in? All right. Bianca's here.
You love. Where's she at? I could tell her myself.
I know. I just talked to her.
Oh, you were in there with her?
She said it was $40. Well, I walked in and I didn't realize she was sitting there. Oh. She's not in the pink room. She's with Anthony, who doesn't realize, what all went down. So he let her in. So she said it was $40 to get to Philly.
Wow.
And she tried. She said she doesn't have people who were able to give her the $40. I said you could have come to the show. The night before the interview is when she canceled the interview. Like, she canceled the night before for this paying job, and it wasn't for a production job, or it was for a promotions assistant, which, you're in Philly. Right. It's a top 5 radio market. Right. You're working in at a radio station. Who knows what could happen from there? She's, still in college and, or fresh out of college, rather, Bianca. Yeah. As a first job, she goes from interning from the experience to, a promotions assistant. And anyway, Zoe, the former queen of all interns, I say former because as of today, she's been hired. Zoe's going to be working in Philly. Yeah, nice, Zoe.
Yes, Zoe.
And Bianca's in the other room with the boo-boo face.
Okay.
And, I'm going to go back in and talk to her, though. I mean, as long as she's here.
And what you going to say?
You messed up. You might never be afforded an opportunity like that again. Yeah. Jobs for women, particularly black women, and jobs for men, too. Regardless of the jobs in this industry are few and far between. So to be offered something like that,
yes,
with a salary, not an internship, right out of college, and you wanted to work in radio, you get in the door doing one thing, and then you quickly move to the next department. There's Jason.
Hugging Bianca because she's crying.
Jason, better let go.
Whatever.
Look they're all out there.
Yeah. It's $28 on Greyhound.
I don't know how you're going to work this, Wendy. Kanye West is on BET right now.
Oh.
Kanye West is on BET and Vivica Fox is on the Tyra Banks. At least, in New York, Tyra comes on at 5 o'clock. So,
what's going on? Yeah.
She's on right now. What's going on?
Yeah, I asked her if she wanted to clear the air, And she said she didn't want to clear the air.
Well,
she said,
Yeah, it's like she didn't want to go to Philly either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as opposed to hitting the pavement looking for another job, she's coming back up here.
Yeah. Where she has no internship anymore.
Look at the internship is over. Queen of all interns, Zoe's got the job in Philly as of like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And we've appointed a new queen of all interns, the lovely Shaylin. Yeah. she claps for herself. She's like, yeah, I'm right. I've been putting my grind in.
Yes.
What's your least favorite song to perform? Okay, Big Mama thing. Let me see. Okay, we finished with the Star Jones thing. What's the most romantic thing that someone's ever done for you? She says, my ex-boyfriend bought me a car. I guess that would be Scott Storch with the Bentley. And she says, in the car, he had Marvin Gaye playing. I Want You. It was really, really romantic. I thought it was so cute. Yes. And who's the most interesting cell phone? Who's the most interesting person in your cell phone? She says Jamie Foxx. Then she pauses and she says OJ. She says, look, I don't want to get my celebrity friends upset if I don't mention them. I have a few celebrity friends. Jamie's a good friend of mine. Patti LaBelle is like my godmother. Lisa Ray is a good friend. Christina Milian just became a good friend. That's it. Anyway.
She has lots of friends.
Yeah. You know what I got today? I got a letter from the office of Marilyn Milian, the People's Court. She says, this is from her publicist, Kirsten. Kirsten says, Dear Wendy, Judge Marilyn Milian, host of television's People Court, would love to be a guest on the Wendy Williams Experience. She listens to your show, believe it or not, every day. Actually, she and the entire staff listen in between cases and our lunch break. I don't know if you're familiar with the show, but Judge Milian is a sassy Latina judge who rules the bench that launched the entire court show genre. She's the first Latina to host the syndicated television court show. You don't have to fill me in, Kirsten, on who Marilyn Milian or People's Court is, because I love Judge Marilyn Milian. She's a tough cookie. I love the People's Court. And I would love for the judge to be a part of the show. I would love her to be a guest. And guess what Kirsten says in her P.S.? P.S. Judge Milian is often called upon as an expert in many high-profile news cases, and she would love to share her opinions with the Experience. Oh. I would love that. Is this break almost over?
Yep, you got 1 minute 15.
I don't want to miss anything that Vivica Fox is saying. Do you mind if I just ask Art to press a bunch of buttons to entertain you for 1 minute and 15 seconds?
Oh, hell no. You gotta
Please.
say goodbye to people.
Please. Oh, wait, this is the end of the show.
Yes, baby.
Crap.
Wake up, Wendy. No, it ain't
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, everybody. Well, in conclusion, Foxy Brown and Chris Webber. Oh, Eminem has found love in rehab. Apparently, one of the girls, she's got dark hair, damn near black, a bunch of tattoos more than him. And they kiki and laugh and giggle and, they're getting their thing going on there in rehab. Jonathan Plummer, thank you so much for calling. Thank you also, Jessica Canseco, for calling. We are still taking your faxes, your favorite moments of 2005 of the Wendy Williams Experience, so we can put together our best of show. And you all be easy. I love you for listening today, and God willing, we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye. Good night. Program complete.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Thank you, Ludacris. You all keep it where you got it, okay? The bonus hour is coming up next. I got a lot of good stuff planned, but right now I'm really distracted because Vivica is on, and I don't want to miss a moment. And so I'll be back with the bonus hour next.
Hold away from me!
In the community with 107.5 WBLS.
Join WBLS at the always jam-packed Shadow nightclub for their amazing Free All Night Thursday. It's truly elbow to elbow, just like the Shadow's Chuck Chill Out Saturday. Now every Friday, it's the brand new Free Fall Fridays. With everyone free every Friday in September and October, compliments of WBLS and your friends at the professionally operated Shadow nightclub. Free Fall Fridays, now crazy packed every Friday at the Shadow. BLS. Listen afternoons to the Wendy Williams Experience for your chance to be up close and personal at the live taping of the second annual VH1 Hip Hop Honors, happening Thursday, September 22nd at the Hammerstein Ballroom. BLS. Stamford, Connecticut, join WBLS's Bob Lee this Saturday for the WBLS live broadcast of Cafe Bahia at 320 Greenwich Avenue, Connecticut's true adult nightclub. BLS. This calendar is sponsored by R&K Limousine. Call R&K for all your transportation needs at 1-888-827-LIMO.
For more info, log on to WBLS.com. In the community and proud to be nominated for the 2005 Marconi Award for Station of the Year by the National Association of Broadcasters. Thanks for your support. 107.5 WBLS.
Hi, I'm Wendy's mom.
Hi, I'm Wendy's dad, and both of us want to know.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Let's take some calls from the request line. Caller number one.
Earlier today, she talked to radio host Wendy Williams. Dateline's Hoda Kotb talks with New York radio DJ Wendy Williams.
Earlier this year on Wendy Williams' New York radio show.
Wendy Williams is a national syndicated radio personality. Jimmy's guest tonight, Wendy Williams.
Why is Wendy Williams fast becoming the queen of all media?
She's made her mark making celebrities extremely uncomfortable on her popular New York radio show. She's got a TV show on VH1. Please welcome troublemaker Wendy Williams.
Oh, my Lord, am I ready for this day? That was the most erratic, weird interview I'd ever heard.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Hey. I win. I got the last hey. Ooh. Hey, Trev, we got to put the interview with China in the top best moments of the show. I mean, I don't even want to call it like a number on the top, like top 25 best moments or whatever. It's as many as you can fit into a 5-hour show. We're working on rounding out the year with the top best, moments of the experience in 2005. I have a feeling that some people are going to request things that might be 2004. It's okay.
But that's all right.
That's okay. You know what? We just call it top best moments.
We'll be too drunk at that point to remember anyway.
I'm thinking maybe we need to do a show that's already canned so we can just take the day off and leave Goose here to run.
No.
Goose on buttons.
Hell no.
No, but you know what? I don't know whether it would play like New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day, because the new year will already be in. We'll already be making new funnies.
No, that Friday.
Yeah.
30th.
Yeah, and we take off that Friday. All right, so we're planning to take off as a show. We can be at home listening ourselves.
We'll pre-record everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You narrate it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're just turning on the show, you missed a lot of excitement today. I mean, I did end up getting that phone call from Jonathan Plummer, and his very queenie cousin Mark was on the phone. Jonathan has promised us the first interview once the gavel is brought down on the divorce case. I'm interested in finding out what happens. To catch you up to speed, you're basically going to have to hear it in some sort of best of fashion, but he's in beauty school now. He walked out of the marriage with basically the clothes on his back, and he said the Navigator that she bought him. What does he want? He didn't name anything monetary. He says he wants the house that he was promised. She promised him that he'd be able to live in a house. He picked the location, so he has not picked out the house yet. And his cousin Mark was like, "Well, where would you like to live, Jonathan? Because that's what is owed to you." Anyway, I was on the phone with the boys for 17 minutes. So, I'm sorry you missed out on that. And also, Jessica Canseco called up during the bonus hour yesterday. The connection was terrible. She did call back today, and I did that during advice hour. During the hour of truth. Sorry you missed out on that. But this just in. Dateline, Thursday, September 15th, Newark, New Jersey. Authorities are searching for 3 mice infected with the bubonic plague that disappeared from a research lab about 2 weeks ago. While health experts say the risk to the public is slim to none, the incident highlights ongoing security failures at the University of Medicine and Dentistry in New Jersey. You got to be kidding me. You guys have a history? You guys have a history of failures with security? Listen to this, everybody. The mice, 3 of them. 3 blind mice. The 3 mice went missing from the lab of Public Health Research Institute, which is located at the UMD NJ campus and conducts bioterrorism research for our federal government. Wow. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the FBI are investigating. The Star Ledger of Newark reported in Thursday's newspaper. The rodents may have been eaten by other laboratory animals, although the possibility that they have been stolen has prompted the institute to interrogate 24 of its employees and conduct lie detector tests. I'll fix him. Fix his cheating ass. Make him a nice bubonic plague meatloaf. Come here, ratty. Yeah, come to mama. Gotcha. Cut you up with some onions. A little bit of turkey meat.
It's disgusting.
Chili says that she is so traumatized by the split with Usher that she hasn't had sex since their 3-year relationship ended. After Usher cheated on her, and she admitted she has never gotten over him. And here's her quote: "I'm so afraid to be in a relationship and have someone cheat on me again, but I'm also celibate because it's a spiritual thing." That's why she's celibate. In the meantime, that UPN show, nobody watches that. Yeah. Dear Wendy, I heard you mention your most recent intern. I hear you mention your most recent interns, but whatever happened with Lauren, Switchblade D, not to mention the very first intern, Arched Eyebrow Jason. I thought I heard Art mention Jason, but I wasn't sure. I'm sure those guys are trying to grind out and get their foot in the industry. It's sad to see a girl being handed an opportunity on a silver platter only to turn it down. It just goes to show you the drive of some people, but don't let it deter you from trying to put the next intern on. There is one bad apple in a very big bunch. Remember that. Well, you asked about Lauren. I don't know what happened with Lauren. Lauren doesn't keep in touch with the show. Like, she hasn't, been up or anything like that. So I don't know. Hopefully she's working. Switchblade D, after her internship, learned that she was pregnant, and she's a mom, and she finished school. And so she's, I would imagine, working. She's already gotten herself a job because, she's got a kid and everything now. And Archbrow Jason graduated from Howard, and he still lurks the bowels here at WBLS. He comes by to say hi, but he also beats the path looking, for work and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, wasn't Jason just...
He was here. He walked Bianca downstairs.
Oh, he walked her down...
went to Howard together.
And he walked her downstairs. He better be careful before some of that juice falls off on him. Where is Art? Walking Jason, who's walking Bianca downstairs? Oh. Ms. P says, give Bianca a tissue and kick her ass out. You are really cruel, Ms. P.
Wow.
To just catch you up to speed, there's an intern. She was working here. I say was. Today was supposed to be, her intern day, but she had a job interview for which, we set her up with something. Hip hop station in Philadelphia was looking for somebody working behind the scenes. Turns out it was a promotions assistant. Art was handling all the connections. Originally, I called it a production director because I wasn't really in on the connections. I mean, I just sign off on who's a good worker and who's not. The details of what the job is, I just thought, Bianca is a good worker. She was always on time. She did more than what she was asked for. She will be a good asset to your company. That's my role. So Bianca's interview was today, and she called the radio station, the supervisor that was supposed to be hiring her. Bianca had this job already off the strength of, I already knew the radio station. I already know the market. This is a very respected radio show. When the girls come out of here, be they interns or, like Hollywood, if you went to work someplace else. It's assumed that you were doing the damn thing. I mean, since when do we have time for less here on this damn show? You know what I mean? And also, this is a radio station. They know my work ethic. I'm not going to be dealing with any junk, not even on the intern level and all like that. I deal with hustler chicks. And so she called the radio station last night, or called the supervisor, whatever, and told her that she wouldn't be able to make it to the interview, and she had to renege because she didn't have money to get to Philly. Also, she is nervous that Philly is very expensive to live, and she has no money. She obviously never went on the web to find out. Can't you Google and find out information about cities, like the approximate prices of what costs and stuff? Philly is a very inexpensive city to live. And as far as the money to get down there, she went and asked, everybody around her, family and stuff like that. She could have asked one of us. She could have come to me, confidentially, and said, and I'll pay you back, or whatever. Not that I would have necessarily required that she pay back, but it was, how much does it cost to get to Philly? Art said $14 on the Greyhound. See, Bianca said $40. Maybe she was trying to take a plane down there. I don't know. But whatever it is, she canceled the interview. She's not getting the job. The supervisor emailed Art, with a CC to me, saying, she was very disappointed. This girl called at the last minute, this Bianca, and she... the supervisor even used the Wendy Williams hustler spirit. She was so disappointed that Bianca didn't show the hustler spirit, thing. And, Philly's a big market. It's a respectable market. I would have taken that back when I was 21. Are you kidding me? I would have taken that job and lived under a train trestle until I figured out where I was going to live. How many jobs, paying job, how much, you know what I'm saying, Hollywood?
Yeah, no doubt. I say that all the time.
So I'm so disgusted with Bianca because she's such a good worker and everything, you know. Thank God, you know, many of the girls, you know, have jobs outside of here, paying jobs, because Miss Wendy's job, you know, this internship is not paying for squat. But two of the girls were listening. Taryn, former queen of all interns, and Zoe, who's the present queen of all interns. Zoe was at her paying job today. She's not here at the radio station. She was listening. They were listening as I was talking about Bianca on the radio. Zoe calls up, gets the information from Art, calls down there. Zoe got a brand new job in Philly, y'all.
Wow.
As of like 2 hours ago.
Wow.
So, you know, I mean, she was, it was almost like gifted to her even before the interview, just based on the hustler spirit. Like, what? You're from the Wendy show too? What? Oh, you're the Zoe, the queen of all interns. Oh, what? And you called like that? You're hired. I'll meet you tomorrow when you fill out your forms. Bring your social security card. Zoe's hired. And Bianca's still going to be looking for a job in radio. She doesn't have an internship here anymore. What do I want for that? And Shaylin is the new queen of all interns. Because Zoe's always welcome back to do whatever, but Zoe's got a paying job now and quite the commute.
But maybe that job wasn't geared towards what she was trying to do.
This is what you do at a radio station, Hollywood. You know this. You go in to do one thing, you weasel your way into another. What are you kidding me?
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, there is no devil's advocate in this. Right, Goose?
Get your foot in the door.
To get in the door. And then any questions you have, call me. And Wendy, you know, I really came here for promotions, you know, assistant, but you know how much I love production. How do I get in? Hold on, B. Let me get Hollywood on the phone. Hollywood, Bianca needs lessons in Cool Pro Tool. Or whatever you call that. You know,
Pro Tools.
Whatever. Look, we got that here at the radio station. You think she can come up on Saturday, give her a quick lesson so she can dazzle them in production there in Philly? You see do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. As long as it ain't for my job.
Man, you keep the connection with the experience, and you go out and you get other stuff, and any questions you have, to call back. Come back.
She's nice with it too.
She's nice. Yeah. What? Bianca's nice with production. So you go in under promotions and you show them your niceties with production. You know, you get a holleration in the ear behind the scenes from Trev Hollywood to the production director. Look, you need to pull Bianca out of promotions and put her in production. She's ill with it.
That's how I got in. I was with you first.
Exactly. So why are you saying maybe it's not what you wanted? Advocate. You see how you maneuver around though when you get in. Why is Archbrow Jason spending so much time downstairs? You catch a woman when she's vulnerable, right? She's open for anything. Stop. Megan Good's about to get married to Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I've talked about this many times, but the wedding is closer and closer. The wedding's October 8th. And she was talking about it at the preview screening of her film Roll Bounce, starring Bow Wow. And she was saying that Misha Barton will not be her bridesmaid after Misha already performed the same role at Chad Michael Murray's wedding of One Tree Hill. Or, excuse me, his One Tree Hill co-star Sophia. And this is what she says, Megan. Misha was in Chad's wedding, so being a bridesmaid isn't that big of a deal to her. She'll be at the wedding, but now just as a guest. Jessica Alba is still Megan's maid of honor, while bridesmaids include Devin Aoki, Bussy Phillips, or maybe it's Boozy, I don't know. Busy. Gabrielle Union and Brooklyn Sudano. Is Art around?
I haven't seen him.
Is Jason around?
He's right here.
He's right here.
You spent too much time downstairs on the sidewalk. You would have loved that job. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, but then again, everybody has their own situation. You don't know her personal situation, though. I mean, I know. I was listening on the way into work.
Okay.
So I heard you.
Yes.
And I already knew the name because she was a classmate in Howard when I was a junior. So I knew her personal situation a while ago.
Okay.
Her situation's not like everybody's situation. So then again, on one side of the coin, I know what you were saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm in that situation. But on the flip side of the coin, it's like, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
What's the joke?
It's not. I'm not joking. No, he's playing the boo boo music on you. Yeah.
Well, she didn't want to come on the stage, like defend her name on the air.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Jason.
Yes.
Whatever her personal situation is, and I didn't know anything about it, then why did she accept an interview date? Why did she even accept being a prospect for this job? Tell me that. When that radio station was looking for somebody to do the job, they didn't call anybody else. They called this show wanting to know whether any of the girls are ready. And we said, yes. Wow. Bianca. Wow. Why do you then continue romancing the job situation? Why are you playing?
I can't answer that on behalf of her. You have to ask her. But
you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying.
I mean, everybody has personal situations.
Yeah.
Would you have loved that job in Philly?
I would have taken it.
Well, Zoe took it. Zoe was hired 2 hours ago.
Congratulations.
You would have taken it, right?
I kept it moving.
Lil Kim's on 106 in Park.
Well, now everybody's going to turn away from my show to watch. Hell, I'm going to turn away from my show to watch. Let's take a break now. Can I go and just look? We'll be back, everybody. It's 107.5 WBLS.
What's up? This is Brenda K. Starr, and you're listening to the bonus hour on 107.5 WBLS.
Oh, thanks, Brent. This hour is brought to you by Royal Caribbean Cruises. Little Kim looks good on 106 in Park. I mean, at this point, it's Kim. Who no baby normal. I mean, it's Kim. She looks good. I was laughing. We were talking behind the scenes, and Trev Hollywood was talking about how soon, when the first day of his internship, like when he started interning, as soon as he was buzzed in, he said, "You know what? I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here for at least the next 10 years, and I'm, work my way through the system, and I'll be damned. I'll be damned." Exactly. And he was also talking about how when he was that back when you were interning or you were an employee, but
No, I was interning. I wasn't getting no money.
You were interning, and you were committed to running the board, and you had no money, but you had to run the board, and you'd rather how far did you walk?
From 242nd Street in the Bronx to Yonkers.
Which is that's a long walk.
From here, that's like the equivalent of walking from here, Park Avenue, up to like Harlem.
Wow. Wow.
But you know how I got that job was Skell was on vacation a certain day he was supposed to go. So I ended up going down the day before a major snowstorm was supposed to hit.
Right.
But when the supervisors came in, they thought that I came through the snow. But actually, I had been there from the night before.
Oh, damn. Where'd you lay?
I slept where? The office.
In whose office?
Yours.
On the floor. And so they thought that you made it through the snowstorm, like you had that ride or die spirit.
They thought I came through the snowstorm, but actually I was there the night before because I knew it was going to snow.
Yeah.
And so I knew I couldn't not be there.
Right.
Because I was the only one that's going to run the boards that day.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? And that's the way you do. Yeah, you got to do it, baby.
Actually, that's how I ended up getting paid.
That's how you came from intern status to getting being an employee with a buzz card, health plan, and payroll.
Yeah, because they said, all right, if this dude came through the snow, we're not getting no money at all.
That's right.
And the people that work here,
that's right.
They not even here.
That's
right.
You
got to give this dude something.
That's right. Daryl McCrae works at the HassleNubian.com and says, Bianca, idiot of all interns, seems like a stupid child who will always regret the move. Well, you don't have to be that mean, damn you, Daryl. I think she's probably learned her lesson at this point. And, hopefully, the stars will be in line and she'll be afforded another opportunity. The unfortunate part about if she's afforded that opportunity, she has no place to write with track experience in radio because it's not here. It's not me. Don't ask me. Hollywood, you better not get weak. You walked how many blocks? You slept where?
I walked from
You did
borough
what?
to borough.
Could you possibly put a pen on the paper and say, Bianca is a model worker. She is, Yeah. Let me talk to you real quick about Benjamin Home and Rugs, and then we have to talk about the celebrities. Benjamin Rug and Home Imports is in Secaucus, New Jersey. It's a fabulous new place in Secaucus. I love this place, and the website will be ready for your viewing from the comfort of your own home tomorrow. Take the web address down, StephanieCohenHome.com. It's not plural. StephanieCohenHome.com. It'll be up and running tomorrow. You'll be able to see the fabulous stylings of the Martha Stewart Signature Gallery, the launch of the Stephanie Cohen designs. She's also a furniture designer, as well as she and her husband own Benjamin Rug and Home. You'll be able to see, the Hilfiger furniture. I mean, they have all kinds of furniture. What is it that you like? The classic, the traditional, the contemporary? Do you like chairs that have a little, shape to them, like a contemporary swagger? Or do you like something with bigger cushions and the rounded edges, more traditional or classic, I guess they would call that? What is it that you like in terms of beds, in terms of dining room tables, armoires, the whole bit, TV stands, rugs? They've got the most fabulous, sumptuous rug collection. You can listen to this. Wholesale prices. Now, are you ready to go to the next level? 20 Meadowlands Parkway, Secaucus, New Jersey. You can afford this place. I know you can. You work hard all day. Why should you go home and sit in the same ratty chair when you can pick up a fabulous leather, sumptuous leather in the color of your dreams? Red.
Wow.
Or, okay, choose another color. But the point is, it's all going down at Benjamin Rug and Home Imports, located in Secaucus, New Jersey. Call Stephanie Cohen. Tell her I told you about it. Listen, this weekend they want you to stop by. They've got a special promotion going on this weekend. So Stephanie is inviting you to stop by her store. Stephanie Cohen's store is Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. It's located in Secaucus, New Jersey. 20 Meadowlands Parkway. Get your house fixed up. You know what I mean? The holidays are right around the corner. You got company. 201-617-9000. 201-617-9000. How about a new dining room table, new dining set, the chairs and everything? Do you like the Asian-inspired look? I teeter on the edge because I always feel like if I commit to one piece, then somehow I've got to trick out the whole place with the Asian thing. But they have that furniture there, and every time I go in there, I kind of get seduced. I haven't made the jump. I'm just not feng shui,
Well, then do just one room.
I'm nervous.
It's beautiful. It's very relaxing.
It is relaxing, and nobody does Asian like Benjamin Rug and Home Imports. Oh, I'm torn. And they've got the most beautiful tchotchkes, too. The candle holders, the wall adornments. Wholesale prices, 201-617-9000, 201-617-9000. Stamford, Connecticut joined Bob Lee on Saturday. WBLS live broadcast at Cafe Bahia, 320 West Greenwich Avenue in Connecticut. It's the True Adult Nightclub, and that's Saturday night. Let me just ask you all something, and everybody look me directly in the eyes. Did Art actually leave the show, and he didn't tell me that? Did he leave for the day? Shaylin, is he gone? He left for the day. Okay.
He said he had an
emergency. No. Come.
He said he had an emergency.
And what was his emergency?
He didn't say exactly what it was.
Was he crying?
No, he wasn't crying. I asked him, I said, you're going to tell Wendy? He said, I'll tell her. Or you want me to tell her? He said, no, I'll tell her.
He didn't tell me. So you're telling me. And that wasn't an emergency.
Maybe he forgot.
Well, maybe we should forget him.
Oh.
I don't get that. How do people just, how do people just treat their job so cavalierly? And I understand a job should not make up the totality of your life, but damn it. How about the roof over your head? How's that going to stay there? Would you like to live under a train trestle, or do you enjoy going home and sitting down in a nice chair from Benjamin Rug and you know what I mean? you going to just walk out?
Your art is crazy.
And he told an intern. He didn't even tell an employee of the station. Wow. Queen of all interns, though you may be, Shaylin.
Wow.
How does that happen? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Trev, you used to walk like 75 blocks for no money. I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel, breathing all those fumes, leaving my Subaru on the Helix, broken down, and a note saying, call me on the warm line.
Yeah.
So I'd be on time for my job.
They all know my stories.
And you all know my story. So I just can't, and my job is not my life, but I love what I do. I got a whole other life going on outside, but I love what I do. And as long as I'm going to still be working, my son keeps asking me to just quit. He feels as though I'm supposed to be home and only do stuff while he's at school. That's it. Mama! Yeah. He sees me getting dressed. Are you going to the radio? Please don't go to the radio. But as long as I'm going to be here working, I want to do it. I want to be on time. I want to do it to death. I want to, The legendary Pat Prescott was at the Laugh Factory last night. It was so good to see her. She works at a radio station out in Los Angeles right now. She's in New York for like a week. She came by the Laugh Factory last night. Remember that name in the DJ world? Pat Prescott on your radio. One of the originals. One of my Ashiros. Pat Prescott, Yvonne Mobley, Carol Ford. I do have to say that those are the three women, that influenced, my career.
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to disrespect her.
Well, I'm not even acknowledging that. So.
We had a little run-in.
Whatever, okay. Wendy, I need some help. I'm a 43-year-old black man, and I'm from... What is MI? Michigan. Oh, he listens in Flint. We're on the radio station in Flint. I guess now he's online. He faxed us over. They don't get the bonus hour. Here's my problem. I have a 21-year-old daughter that is currently attending classes for her GED. Yes, she's getting her education back on track after having a child during her senior year of high school. But here's the problem. Wendy, I'm bisexual. I'm in the closet. And currently, I'm involved with a 24-year-old man. He's a thug type brother, and we've been involved for 3 months. I caught him stealing from me, and I cut the relationship off. But come to find out, he goes to the same school that my daughter goes to and is attempting to blackmail me, saying that he will tell my daughter my tea. Should I call his bluff since I feel he doesn't want his business out there either? Or should I tell my daughter the truth? Or... is there another option? Please help. Signed, Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, a 43-year-old man, you are still a very relatable person, even to your daughter. It's not like you're some old man. And she's 21. She's getting her GED. You are grandfather of her child. I would tell her. Because you know what? 43-year-old men and women date 20-somethings all the time. And it's just a matter of time that before, if it's not this guy, it's going to be somebody else, or somebody's going to see you someplace or something like that. I would tell your daughter. I think she can. Okay, after about 90 days, maybe she can handle it. I just. And a 21-year-old woman, she might already be looking at you with the queenie eye.
How you doing? Ooh, how you doing?
Then again, at 43, Terry McMillan wasn't able to look at 20-year-old Jonathan with the queenie eye.
So she said.
Exactly, and nobody gets more queenie than Jonathan and his cousin Mark. Oh, you missed the phone call earlier. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey.
She should have caught New Jersey Transit to Trenton, then transferred to SEPTA to Philly. I've done it before. I have friends in Philly. She wouldn't have had to spend more than $20. I went to school in North Carolina and came home like a dumbass because of a man, thinking I could find an entry-level job in the #1 market with no damn contacts. I ended up doing radio part-time for some local AM New Jersey station, but I couldn't sustain the job. And I ended up having to get a real job, as my parents called it. I always regret not pursuing my dream. Yada, yada, yada. I would move to Podunk or Denver if necessary, if I could just recapture my dream again. I know Bianca's going to regret being afraid to step out on her own as much as I regret the opportunity also. Signed, Ms. Dale from Irvington. Yeah. What? What's going on? I missed something.
The music.
Oh, Bianca is a fool all the time. Something. I can't read that word. All this time she learned nothing from you and Miss Artie. That heifer could have had at least given a professional for a bus ticket. She missed out big time. P.S. A little dirty trombone ain't never killed nobody. Yeah, you know what? Foxy's doing attention grabbing, and she's getting it. You know, Little Kim's about to go down, as in lockdown. And her album got the 5 mics. Kim is a Miss 106 in Park. Kim is Miss, it's about Kim right now. And Foxy is trying to make it about Foxy because Foxy has a CD coming out. Well, I'm looking forward to the Foxy Brown CD, and I encourage Foxy to continue doing the things that she's doing to stay in the news. While I do believe you and Tyson Beckford would make a beautiful couple, I find it hard to believe that you guys are actually a couple. And apparently you're not, because in the next banquet over at PM, the Club PM, did you read this in the newspaper? Foxy's slobbing down the NBA, Chris Webber. Tyra Banks' ex-piece of man, because she didn't have him in totality either. He was really with somebody else. Another woman. Yeah. Here they are, these two slobbing each other down. Tyson's in the next banquet. I mean the next one, with Kamora Simmons, and Queen Latifah's there at the club, and Busta Rhymes, and Wyclef, and Garcelle Bouvier. And I know it's hot, and it's okay. This is my last day of wearing a wife beater. I don't even know why I walked out of the house like this. It's because summer's over. But it was warm out today. Humid. You don't really know what to do. I saw our big boss of the bosses, Skip Finley, who works downstairs. The elevator door opens. Skip walks off. Skip has on a Burberry overcoat today. And here I am with a wife beater. So I don't know who's crazy. I mean, the calendar is dictating why not for the Burberry overcoat. I'm supposed to be having an overcoat over this. I think, but it's so humid out. I mean, he wears a long sleeve shirt and a tie. That's Mr., establishment. Get on a Burberry overcoat, though. An overcoat. Not even a suit jacket, an overcoat. But I like it, Foxy. Keep the drama going and make sure it gets in the paper, or make sure somebody, contacts the show. And I'm going to keep zhuzhing up the publicity for you. I'm waiting for your product myself. Can you hear me? I heard that the little loss of hearing that she has going on is like 80% in one ear. We talked about that when we first found out. But is that real, or is that part of publicity? You know what I mean? Because that came out maybe a month ago. And she what?
I was gonna say that could be real. You listen to headphones all day long.
That could be very real. Yeah, and then you're in clubs. Please, you hear how many times I say what and huh? I know, it makes me crazy. But they say that it's messing her up so bad that she can't. She might not be able to do shows anymore. She can't catch the beat in her ear to stay on key and do the songs. Well, touring is a major part of what everybody does. It's okay, Foxy. You know what? You can go over there and be off key, because like Mariah Carey, people might not realize it, but they like to look at you. They like to see what you're wearing. They like to see you swagger across the stage. You can leave the microphone back there. Just have your song going and just walk back and forth a couple of times, and you should get the same show money, because you're giving us the show. The show is show. I don't care whether you lip sync or not, whether you're off key or not. Like, I don't care about that. I guess I'm cheap to entertain or something like that. A-Marie was messing up when she was performing on the World Music Awards. The microphone's down here at her hip, but out of the air we hear, hey, it's just one thing, She's so busy dancing. She's giving us the show. That's what I like. People make a big deal. They say when they buy a concert ticket, they want to see singing. What the hell? If you want singing, play the CD. If you go to a concert, you're going for the visual. Not for nothing. You're going for the visual. You want a full band, you want costume changes, and you want somebody jumping up and down. And no, Mariah Carey doesn't do any of the above because she can't walk in her heels. But you know what? That's okay. Let's look at her. And let's wait for her to hit that note where she grabs her ear, right? She grabs her ear with her pinky finger out and she goes, And then next time she performs, how about we play the Mariah game? We see how many times she smooths her hair. Which, isn't that the Ashanti move indoctrinated by Mariah? Didn't Ashanti do that first? Or was Mariah always doing that? Mariah wasn't always smoothing her hair. Mariah goes like this. Yeah, flutters with her fingers. And bends her knees. Because, that's the only motion that she can make. She bends her knees like, hey, boys. Oh, gosh, the older I get, the harder that is to do in 4-inch heels. I got the 4-inch heels. Ow. Oh, my knees. Anyway. I got other stuff to share with you guys, too. Great interview with Jonathan Plummer. Ooh, how you doing? I just wanted to tell you that when you wrapped up the show yesterday, you had me rolling, girl. Please revisit the whole Vivica 50 issue. And what the hell is her problem? Yeah, you know what? She looked really good on Tyra Banks' show today. And we already revisited it, Daryl. Thanks, Daryl. Wendy, one of my favorite moments of the show for 2005 was Tramp Granny. She had a jump off over 50 years old. Yeah. Oh, and if you had only one time in my life to meet this, if you had only one time in my life to meet a celebrity, it would be you. Oh, if I only had one time. Oh, thank you. She's nice. She works in Louisiana. Oh, damn. Her name is Tadarsha Wilson. She works at IMA of Louisiana. Oh, thank you, Tadarsha. That's so nice. Did you all hear about what's going on in White Plains? Well, this just in. The man who collected quarters that went into the parking meters in Mount Kisco admitted Wednesday that he stole about 120,000 of them for himself. See, Bianca, where there's a will, there's a way. You get to Philly. Jason Burke, he's 30. He pled guilty to grand larceny in Westchester County Court. He is a supervisor parking enforcement officer, and he was charged with emptying the parking meters of Mount Kisco between April of 2004 and December of 2004. He transferred varying numbers of quarters from the money bags to a camera bag, then removed the camera bag from his patrol vehicle to his own car. What is a camera bag? Anyway, he's... a camera bag.
Yeah, right.
Oh, camcorder bag. Okay. He took about $30,000, you all. About once a week, he would deposit the stolen quarters into machines at the grocery store and then redeem them for receipts to get the cash. The thefts stopped when suspicious village officials changed the meter collection procedure in January. Had Burke been convicted at trial, he would have spent... Wait, Burke, he could have been sent to prison for as much as 2 to 7 years. Wow. Well, he gets sentenced December 7th, so we'll see what happens. Jimmy James Johnson. Gee, is he black? Jimmy James Johnson pled guilty yesterday, Wednesday, to punching Dr. Dre and sparking the feud at last year's Vibe Awards. Johnson was sentenced to a year in jail and 3 years probation in order to stay away from Dr. Dre. Well, I think he's good for a year, that anyway. Stay away from Dr. Dre. Sorry to hear about that, Jimmy James. Kanye West kicks off his fall tour. Common's going to be on it. Fantasia, that's such a good look. Has Fantasia won one award during award season? Has she won anything? Because if she hasn't, she's been robbed. Yes, I said it. I know I wasn't rooting for Fantasia. I never really understood the Fantasia thing until... If you want me dancers, let me know. Oh, go ahead. And she's got some good music on her CD. She definitely does. And the Baby Mom song. Oh my gosh, I only have a minute. Anyway, Fantasia's going to be on the on the Kanye West show. And guess who just got added to the Kanye West show? Congratulations to Keisha Cole. That's big for you, honey. October 11th, it kicks off in Miami. This tour is going to run through December 11th. And when it comes to New York, don't forget, you get one ticket. You see Common, Kanye, Fantasia, and Keisha. Why not? It's fantastic. Mariah Carey, by the way, back to her. They say she's looking to move to England. She's contacted, some real estate people over there and the top people to find her the perfect country house. So that's what she's looking to do. Did you hear about Heather McCartney, Paul McCartney's wife, who lost her prosthetic leg during a fight at the J-Lo office? Imagine fighting with somebody and the leg pops. Well, she lost a prosthetic leg during a clash, actually with security guards at the Jennifer Lopez office. It became detached when she was manhandled by J-Lo's security team as she tried to deliver a DVD of animals being killed. Oh, well, let's see, there you go. I saw her touch her knee. I could see she was in pain. She limped to the ladies' room, but it was locked. I found another door open, which led to the stairwell. At least she could have had a private moment that she needed. Heather, who lost her leg in a road accident in 1993, recovered her composure and was able to leave. Okay. I'm saving the story to tell everybody else tomorrow. It's an interesting story. All right, you all, take it easy out there. Love you for listening, and God willing, we'll be together again tomorrow. Foxy, make something happen so we can talk about you again tomorrow. Come on, I'm down with you. I'm down with Kim, too. I'm down with all you all. Love is love, y'all. Bye.